I feel it.
I want to do this. There we go.
Did I ever tell you guys about my next door neighbor, FC?
No, you haven't.
When I was plowing through Stormblood and getting addicted into the game, we got really close with our next door neighbor, FC, and they were genuinely fun. And I invited to join their Discord, and they kept saying like, "Need help with anything? Got any questions? Just talk to us." And I was like, "Cool, thanks." Which, you know, as everyone says. Unfortunately, every time I did ask them to do something with me, they'd say nothing.
Well, that's
like, what happened to that?
Well, that's
offer?
fantastic, now, isn't it?
What happened to that hospitality?
I don't know.
Same on their Discord too. Like, I'd ask people, "Hey, someone want to help me do like rubbing roulette or something," and then nothing. And then I even asked if I could join their static, and then for a whole month straight, no one said anything. And then the leader inquired me back about it, offering I could be like a fill-in tank.
Oh, I got you.
But because a month went by, my interest in radio was just growing higher and higher. And by the time she messaged me, I already made the WAP.
Nice.
Like, nope, snooze, you lose.
And you lost a good tank. Oh. So I asked Choco a very important question. How does one monk?
What do you say?
He didn't say anything. He just teleported away.
You don't even know either.
Yeah.
Hey, Kalia.
Hi.
Hey, Loden. Hey, Violet.
Hello. Alright.
You sounded so grumpy, Violet. You were
Alright, let's try this again.
not to move.
Well, he quite literally killed me.
Yeah, I don't know why he was making it move.
I'm sorry?
Oh,
Okay,
just
a dungeon we did.
expert roulette. There was a part of me that was like, I should have just gone as healer.
This is an enemy, this is an enemy and a deer. And we were in the last boss, and the tank was doing the run back and forth for the hands on both. And like the first time we did it, I wasn't expecting it because, you know, I always tell everybody when I'm healing it, just stand there and eat it because it does not that much damage. It's like one Medica and it heals for more than what you lost. But he did it, and I was trying to keep up, so of course, you know, I guillotined over to it, and I ended up getting hit by 2 or 3 hands, and then I just tell him, like, while I'm dead, I'm like, just stand there and eat it so I can kill the stupid. And then he completely ignored me.
Is the party finder up?
Oh! I forgot to put it up. I just logged on and started managing my inventory.
Alright, I'm gonna AFK a second. Go get something to drink.
Okay.
Look around.
Go turn in my tomes here.
Yeah, party's up. Passwords 25.
Got it.
What part are you on? Oh, isn't it cool? It's hard.
My glamour chest is full.
How's that?
I understand. I have a glamour
Oh.
chest and a retainer full.
Oh my god. This is horrible.
What's that? Affecting that much. Alright. Not my best run.
What were you running?
Stone Sky CD. For E5 on Monk. 3 seconds left.
That's not bad.
Usually I have a run 20.
That's a huge improvement.
20 seconds left. On the clock.
Yeah, you went from 20 to 3?
No, that's worse.
He usually has 20 seconds left when he finishes it. This time he still had 3 seconds.
Oh, I had it backwards.
Yeah.
So.
Get it backwards.
I mean, if your goal is to do the least damage possible on Monk, it's an improvement.
What is the password?
25.
5?
You know, the thing that SpongeBob thinks is funnier than 24.
24.
Hey Patrick. Forget something that's funnier than 24. 25.
25. I swear, that was the most relatable episode.
What?
That one.
Inside jokes in class?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Boomst.
It's spicy.
Tis I.
A spicy.
Welcome to Lamia.
Well, I've already been here for so long. It's not a welcome.
More of a welcome back.
Yeah, pretty much.
She was already spending most of her time in here. She just had to change her official residence for tax purposes.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yep.
No longer a wanderer.
Yeah, I left the Wanderer FC and I joined.
The Wander FC is a pretty big one.
I hear their
so
leadership's
big.
non-existent.
Don't know how to feel about that, but you know.
Buy some more Darknet, because I can.
Usually when I buy it, I end up buying a full 999 stack. I mean, it's not like I'm not going to use it.
Alright. we get into Ramu. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Hmm.
Since when did I start to think that 200,000 gil wasn't a dent in my wallet?
How much you got total?
I had 3.5. I just spent 200,000 buying dark matter. I've got 3.3.
I don't want to talk about it.
Didn't you just spend a bunch of gil?
I don't want to talk about it.
Alright. Where's the rest of the gang? We've got the party up. It's
25.
8.
Alright.
Everyone's on.
Every time the Nook is on, Discord crashes. I log out of Discord apparently.
Just leave.
Jesus. Nah. I get good shit.
Animal trafficking is very lucrative.
Dude, I got 3 of the people I wanted, so I'll take it. And made 3 mil off another one that I sold. So there's that. Helping with my renovation because I had to move 9 houses and I still have to move the shop and the tailors.
You can make one serving.
I'm on the loading screen.
Are you going red mage?
I'm assuming we're doing E6.
We have to
No,
re-clear.
It's re-clear.
It's Wednesday!
Oh! Fuck!
I mean, you can go red mage if you want, but
Oh hell no, I'll go summoner.
Like peppermint.
Given the option
I don't know what day it is anymore, y'all.
That's fine.
Yeah, I don't even know what day it is when I'm working.
when I woke up, I thought it was Thursday.
When I woke up, I thought it was Friday, so...
It's the only time it is Wednesday, my dude, is appropriate. There it
Look, someone says that phrase. I need to do it. I am legally obligated to.
is. Yeah, my damage on red mage isn't as high as summoner. I only do it for prog, because easy reses.
Which Lord knows we need it.
As long as I don't pull a red mage and die to a wall.
ACT
So I
blocking
spent-
my crap
so I spent-
window.
I spent my week trying to map out my house's Ethernet because apparently when we got our internet redone, the guys who did it didn't decide to leave a map for which ports, which
No. Didn't tell you.
which ports wire into which rooms.
That's terrible.
So me and my dad essentially had to do it manually. We ended up getting, and we have a big house, but we ended up getting the rooms that are most likely to use Ethernet. So there's that.
Is that a kitty cat?
And I went to pick up cat hip.
Oh yeah. Doritos.
Alright.
Who else were we waiting on?
Well, let's find out. Frost isn't in the voice chat yet.
I'm ready, I just have Dorito fingers. So,
Okay.
I don't want
So,
to get
so
my
anyway,
keyboard on.
I need to finish some housework, so I might be in a minute or two.
okay.
you thought Light Rampant was bad?
Josh is using the bathroom, so she'll have to wait.
Have a look at Ice Lit Dragon Song. That mechanic does not look fun.
You're in a hazardous location, Philip.
Yeah, I'm in an Indian. You can step out if you want.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Is it like Hello World?
I haven't seen Hello World, but I imagine so.
Hello World is a debuff buffet.
It might be closer to Worm's Lament in that case, but Ice Lit Dragon Song is just no. It's a hard negative for me, Chief.
Lydian, I know you're not in our FC, but I want you all to know that you're all invited to our FC prom. It's gonna happen in a couple weeks. Yeah.
It's like May 5th,
May 18th.
18th.
I'll come.
The theme is it's gonna be a masquerade. Beowulf's masquerade.
Ooh.
So fairies.
I'm doing the venue. It'll be fun.
Is it like a... What type of event is this?
It's just for fun. The idea came about because everybody in our Discord was sharing their old prom photos, like for kicks and giggles. And so we were talking about it, and a lot of people have been super stressed out, like just with life in general, and some people trying to finish school, and just it's a mess. So we're like, let's do something fun.
Yeah, everyone needs fun right now.
Yeah, we're having we're gonna post a Google Doc for people to submit songs. Whether it's nostalgic songs from their own prom or just fun songs that they like. Having a bunch of fun stuff.
If the Macarena's on there, that's all I need.
Afterwards, we're also gonna split up and do a bunch of map parties.
That's the millennial. That's the millennial national generational anthem.
But you are all welcome to come. It will be fun.
Man, I loved my prom. My school was broke, so we did it at a farm.
Hog.
And my brother, who went to... My older brother, who graduated before me, said he actually did his... his class did theirs in, I think they rented a floor of a skyscraper in Seattle. But it was still fun.
I don't think it would be. I think it would be more fun at a farm, honestly.
I'm just happy with what I got. I can't imagine anything else because I got what I got. Hey, Frost.
Frosty.
Okay. One last range.
Frost, if you are speaking, we cannot hear you.
I'm doing well despite everything happening.
Oh, I got you.
Alright, let's kill the pony man.
How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Oh wait, he's not
Good
Lubester!
dream, at least.
Well. Quick,
Oh,
withdraw!
I don't think it matters too much. Alright.
Alright.
Okay,
Throw it
besides
on.
that, Master on. Sorry about that.
It's fine. Just don't forget about the bird. If you forget about the bird, I got you. I got you, brother. If you forget about the bird, then we're gonna wipe. Because every time you've forgotten about the bird, we wipe.
Just
All
two
right.
things.
So I came dressed prepared for this fight.
Are you wearing like a rain jacket? Hog?
Oh, nice! I wish I could umbrella in here.
Did you make that, or is it a option?
No, we can make it. I should have worn mine.
The mat comes from the 70 maps.
Yes, I made it back in the day when I made it for Kalia because
Reuse.
yeah, reuse was still a thing, and when I made hers, I got a proc on it. It was enough to make that and the jacket for myself.
Rest in peace, reuse, you will be missed.
Reuse with the G. That was my G.
Oh yeah, food. Oh snap.
Turn
I'm
off.
down to 1 in my inventory. I need to grab some after this.
Turn off party effects. Yeah. Yeah, well, sorry, we can't all be like you, Frost. Are you ready? Alright, I'm hitting the countdown. Countdown!
I like how I flip my sword with the divine nail.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I like how I rested my sword on my shoulder.
That's my advantage.
I like how Frost hit me off the ready jacket.
I didn't even know that.
She's the button.
Exactly.
You just take no damage.
Yep. Well, I did. I don't know about anyone else.
Andrew's overrated.
You did.
Hey,
Careful not to overdose. Get orb.
orb. I have nothing.
Clouds.
Grab orb. You're absorbing. Knock back. Wait. Grab orb. Solid line.
Oh. Okay, you got it. Okay.
Solid.
Watch it.
Don't move too far.
Grab orb.
Well, as long as you have one.
The hell?
Did your armor run out? Bird?
Yeah, quick. Sisters? No.
When's the next technical?
34? 33?
Get orb.
This should happen directly after.
What's your orb? Violet grab orb?
One-sided state. One. The name will be Halloween.
Frosty, thank you.
You're in line. Nice. Centering it. Pots.
Donuts?
Oh, did I? Oh,
Yes,
God.
you did. You did.
Redo.
Are we jumping?
Yeah, because we're not gonna make the mechanic.
There's no way we're gonna make the DPS check.
No, we're just gonna die to chain lightning.
Chain lightning will kill us.
Yeah. My bad. I didn't realize donuts was the next thing.
It's alright.
Okay. Try again.
Exactly.
Yeah, me too, bud. Looking for healer and tanking from Mount Gulag. I think that's what's
Oh, what?
someone in our SC chat.
I think they're making a joke. About the gulag. What is that?
See?
Oh, I'm good too.
Bird. Get
More?
more.
I have nothing.
Clouds.
Got the orb. Absorbing. Knockback.
Toxic. No orb.
Dotted line.
Careful.
That's your orb? Standing still.
Bird. Whispers are trickling up.
Boosters. Move now. Orb.
Get orb.
Wait.
And we'll go up to the side, watch the spheres. Two-sided safe. Make sure you're in line and you have an orb. What?
Huh?
Did
What?
you hit the full action?
I hit it.
Maybe it might have been too late.
Oh, maybe I moved.
We were where we were supposed to be.
We were where we were supposed to be. His
Okay, yeah.
With the
I
rock-
might have
Yeah.
turned the camera and I turned my character over. Oh, my bad.
just went to countdown. Hey. Bird. Don't overdose.
Yeah, no, they were like not over here. Clouds.
Orbing. Back. Dotted line, no wood.
Get orb. Careful not to get clipped by any aliens. Bird. Whispers are coming out.
Sisters.
Watch that bird. 14, get orb. Watch the spears, I will be calling out the side. One side is safe. Make sure you've got an orb and that you're in line. Nice. Entering it.
For donuts.
Pots.
Donuts. Block.
Block.
What's up?
Bird. Get orb.
DDR.
Advanced DDR. Watching that bird, brother.
Twisters. Keep moving.
I don't have a switch password.
I got him.
I don't have to see me after this. Get orb. Going jetting, I'm gonna help.
Okay.
You have advanced sword?
Yeah, I do.
Oh yeah, get orb. Two-sided sting. Safe lanes in between Frost and Zara. And living dead.
Frost and Zara. Orb, AoE incoming.
Need help. I'm dead. Take it.
I hit Benny. Oh, it didn't go off.
You're going. I'm up.
No, it's still up.
Thunder spots.
Taking it.
Oh wait, thunder.
You have an orb. You're absorbing. Knock back.
Ooh, knock back.
Block.
Not yet.
Oh, sorry.
No yet. Not yet. Not yet. Now it's blocked.
Go now. Roll up.
What happened to Frost?
React them. That's a good mechanic.
That's it. Twisters. Now.
I'm sorry.
You have an orb.
Get over.
Already have it.
Frost orb.
I have nothing.
I got it.
Trigger pot. Open you.
That's good. Get orb. Alright. No man.
I have nothing.
And we got shields. Burn.
Here we go.
Oh, come on. We're so close.
You got it. You'll get it.
Oh no.
I will give you a satisfaction.
Less stats. Frost, can you stand back a little bit for chain lightning? You're getting clipped by Kalia taking the you're getting clipped by Spicy taking the lightning. So if you stand back a little bit, it should miss you.
Yep.
I had a 92k Awkward in that opener too.
I had 114 direct from Xeno during that.
Then I have no idea what to tell you.
Romney hates Lincoln?
Yep.
Sure. Pretty sure the feeling's mutual, so
After this pull, if we don't clear, I have to back out to grab some food off my retainer.
alright.
That's fine. Oh wait, how many minutes do you have left on the recurrent?
16.
Okay, that'll last.
Ben, I'm not sure I gave you a shield.
It'll last.
he was only now that it was picking everybody up.
D. Bird. Get orb. Frost, get orb.
Nothing.
Got it.
Battle for her pleasure.
Watch that bird, it's not gone yet. It's gone. Clouds.
Sorry about that.
No, it's not me. I was too close.
Not back.
Back. It's fine.
I knew I shouldn't have killed the tank.
Priorities. Get them in order.
Dotted line.
Got it. Like it's either gonna be me or Zara. Which one do you want? Alright, time for 0 damage. Bop.
Nice.
Easy crit though, I'm like, oh, this thing was not hitting me. Reminder to get orb.
Push your orb.
Bird. Boosters are coming out.
Twisters.
Twister. Watch that bird. Bird's gone. 14. Get over. Think you won't be hallowing, I'm calling to the side.
I hate when I try and get one and like it doesn't like go on at first.
That's the whole fight for me.
They're on there. 2. 2-side is safe. Make sure you've got an orb and that you're in line. Don't get greedy.
Looking for donuts. Someone remember?
You say donut.
You get hungry.
Donuts.
Hot.
Holy go for boss.
Block.
Block.
And Krispy Kreme isn't open because of the coronavirus, right? I can't get them at midnight right now.
Oh, why do I have to knock?
Because probably I moved too soon before I could give her the last debuff.
What?
I don't
You
think
moved before I could give you the last chain lightning, so
Oh
Jin got the
no,
debuff.
It's fine.
sorry.
It's okay. It's fine. It's okay. We're fine. Everything's fine.
Here. Just don't die.
Twisters,
I'll
twisters.
take it off my to-do.
No.
Get a orb.
June is looking deading.
Gonna need some help.
I don't have time.
Two-sided state. Lean is in between Zara and Ilona.
Going to Zara Loden.
I got there too late.
Alright, let's back out so Kyle can get food. And then let's take 5 before we go back in.
Everybody okay today?
There's your answer.
I'm hanging in there.
A little sick, but I'm alright.
I'm trying. Your account's been hacked. You're fine.
Yeah, we're all suffering. Just take it out on the pony, man.
Has the wifey gone to bed? Gone to sleep yet? Why are you irritated?
Where the hell does this minion come from?
Which one?
Domaking.
I believe it's Fishing Ventures.
I think I accidentally sold all of them. Let me make one real quick.
Let me check here. For the gamer
Why are you irritated, Ross?
Waterside, 15, level 80.
Fuck me.
10 left.
Or Quick Explorer.
I might have to actually spend money on this.
Alright, I'm ready.
But I only have 53 million in gil. I don't know if I can afford 120,000.
That's frustrating.
Sorry to hear that for us.
About to be living that furlough life.
I'm gonna grab some water.
Local government is good. We promise. I need to take a breather real quick.
Have some chocolate milk frost. That makes you feel better.
I got vitamin water.
What, not lobster?
That sounds like you just need to catch more lobsters.
Right?
Mm-hmm. You know what a lot of our profits come from? Alcohol and tobacco.
I don't even know what Washington's income is from. Probably trade from Seattle.
Illinois doesn't actually make any money.
You only spend it?
Well, it's run by Democrats, so of course. But just to prove that everybody has to be number one in something, Illinois leads the nation with, the last I looked, a nearly $200 billion state employee pension deficit.
Alright, I'm back. I'm ready.
Alright, I'm gonna wait a few minutes before I head back in.
I'm back. I'm ready. I'm frustrated as all hell. Let's do this.
Come on, people, buy this shit. Please.
That tends to help.
Yeah, go get your milk.
It makes you feel better.
Certainly more healthy than what I'm drinking.
Are you drinking alcohol?
Why would I be drinking alcohol at 19 years old in my parents' house?
Wouldn't be the only
I
one.
mean, lots of people.
Jen, just to let you know, I had my first drink when I was 5, so...
I mean, to be fair,
You
I
are
did
way
have my
ahead
first
of
drink a
the
week or
curve.
two ago, but
My brother had his
finally,
at age 2. My dad was doing yard work and the two of us were outside and my brother just picked up his beer and just guzzled the whole thing down.
you know, the funny
There's a
thing is,
picture.
the guy who handed me my first drink was my dad.
There's a picture of me sitting in my grandfather's lap and him handing me a Budweiser in diapers.
I've never had alcohol.
No, but I am drinking. I'm not drinking alcohol, but I am drinking ale.
Well, I mean, if you want some chocolate milk, Frosties, get the milk, because I got all the chocolate you need, right?
Oh lord.
Maybe it's a good thing that I'm frustrated, because if I'm frustrated, that means my powers as a Dark Knight stronger.
True.
Not sure how that's how that works.
Dark Knights are powered by emotion. The stronger my emotions, the stronger I get.
It's just like the Hulk.
Yeah, it's just like the Sith code. Peace is a lie, there is only passion. Through passion, I gain strength.
Through strength, I gain power.
Through power, you gain victory.
Through victory, my chains are broken, and the Force
The
will set me
Force
free.
shall free you.
That's my daily question of why is there so many fucking people in Kugani right now? They're just congregating. It's weird.
God, I love Star Wars.
Kugani sounds like a nice place to chill right now.
I'm pretty much only there because I'll pop into Eureka every now and then, and it's handy.
I like the AFK in the hot spring now.
I'm close to being done with Eureka though.
Oh man.
What are you gonna do with yourself?
Cry in a Realm Reborn relics. Because that's basically the only ones I have left.
Or you can wait until mid-July for
Right?
Eureka.
No, that just means she only has until mid-July to finish all the ARR relics so that she can.
Yeah, you're not even wrong. It ain't gonna happen, but yeah.
It will.
I think I need to do monks like first because I have to actually run stuff as monk and I hate monk.
I've been learning it and it's growing on me.
I hate it. It
I want
was
to
torture.
get the achievement for the ARR relics so that I can finish leveling the whole job.
If you finish the initial quests, you get the achievement.
It's an
Yeah.
achievement for the
There's
Zetas,
a-
I think.
There's an achievement for getting a Zeta weapon. And then there's an
Yeah.
achievement for doing the Relic Reborn quest for everybody except for Ninja.
Yep. Arm to the teeth, it's called. I got that one a while
Yeah,
ago.
I have it. You get the title, The Insatiable. Obtain all of them. Because you get the title. I have it.
Problem is, my warrior and monk are 30.
And I got some
No,
water.
I've actually leveled them to 50.
What?
Sorry, that was a misspell. All the Lalafell.
Yeah. You know, I don't know why, but when Frost starts talking about his work, I'm just imagining that scene in A New Hope where it's Han Solo and Greedo, and they're staring each other down in the bar, and he's like, "I don't have the money, but I'm gonna get it."
I know.
Except Frost doesn't actually shoot the guy sitting in front of him. Yeah.
See, my thing though is whenever Frost talks about work, what goes through my head is Parks and Rec.
Oh my god.
That's pretty accurate, yeah.
Right. Oh, I was just about to do that. I think Frost's account got hacked again and it's preventing him from clicking yes on the ready check.
After this, let's cool down
Really
with
different,
some glamour farm.
I agree.
I have a Batman helmet. That's all I really care about right
Okay, we
now.
should be able to clear now. I changed my glamour. So
Oh,
I'm not prepared for the weapon.
Alright.
It's nice to see you in a soft color. Or a color, just like black and red.
Wrong with black and red.
There's nothing, it's just nice to see you branching out into a different tone of red.
Frost, why are you so fun?
All of this is pissing me off.
Well, take it out.
And to be honest, a lot of my outfits end up being black and red because it goes really well with the face, the hair highlight.
Hey, it makes you feel better, Frost. You're doing 14k.
What is your skin tone?
Yeah, that does make me feel better.
Yeah, you're doing amazing.
I am
tonight.
slaughtering
Yeah,
a
that's
super
cool.
toad. I'm just, every moment of my life when I'm in the government, I realize just how much of a failure our government really is.
Well, the problem with the government is that
It's the government.
D.
when things happen, the government spends money inversely to everybody else. So like something like this happens, you have to spend money even though you don't have it. You just have to get it back later. Which is not a big deal for the federal government, so to speak.
It's not a problem. Well,
But the state governments, I think, are not allowed to run it. So
Yeah, they are.
it's harder for them.
They can, some states don't
Wow.
go because it's hard coded into their constitution.
It depends on the
Have
state.
more observatory. Contracted
They
with
just
lots of-
arrested somebody at the Kroger next to us yesterday.
I always suspected that was the thing.
So how to debunk? I do have to debunk that. It is actually no matter what state you are in, you have to get a federal mandate to do this.
Wait. My orb?
There's deficit.
It's all mine. Careful.
Koya. Oh, Zara. Koya.
I sprinted.
Got so distracted by the more shield. Nah, it's fine.
Well, there's hardly any of it left.
I took 0 damage from the tank, but I'm guessing I'm gonna be okay. Thank you for the consideration.
What about the auto attack with follows?
It's one auto.
When you scream about the auto, that is not the feeling I get.
It's mostly protein.
Maybe.
You know, every time you are like, why does that tank buster hit so hard? Because of exactly what
Ow.
Fine.
Oh, I know, I'm fine. Making observation.
But no, so, personal recommendation, if y'all can help it, never work for free. It's not a good feeling.
I volunteer, but no bets there. Twisters hold down.
If you're a parent, you look for free every day.
My great ancestors did that. They actually had to put a wall, constitute the amendment to stop that sort of thing.
True story.
What is the next technical?
14 or
22.
Okay.
Ah, no! I thought Violet was absorbing that.
Wait, what?
Your orb is countdown.
Like, I was right next to you, then I got a second one.
on the side. One side is safe. Make sure you're in line.
So how are you supposed to do that mechanic if you don't have vulnerability? Or is it actually designed to be a vulnerability?
It hurts a lot.
You can cooldown it. It's just
It hurts.
It's probably
hurts.
designed for you.
Donut!
Not twisters. Donuts. 10 number.
I
Black.
saw spray there and I thought,
That guy's gonna kill it.
yeah.
This time.
Watch the splash damage on your chain lightning. Don't stand too close if you can't help it. Bird. Get a sword.
That orb. TDI.
Battle.
That'll actually reduce the damage?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh man. Wide open time.
Long run, it's should be fun.
Twisters. Now. Where's my rotation?
Should be fine.
We're all alive.
We're all alive. We're doing a mission buck damage.
Yes,
Yeah, we have a ninja.
And a technical step.
I like how you worded it. Like, we're all doing lots of damage. And we have a ninja!
14, get a Norb. Get a Norb. We've got 14.
Appreciate that ninja damage.
I'm living dead. I'm living dead this week.
I have benediction.
I'm gonna living dead this.
Sorry, I say that as I fuck up quick attacks. No.
It's one side. Numero uno. I'm living dead.
Safe zone is...
Looks like it's on me.
Yeah, loading. Go to loading.
Oh.
Grab an orb. AoE incoming.
I need
Two
help.
needs a clemency.
Dead.
Clemency. Bene.
1 second.
Don't go overestimating.
Sorry, I had to get an orb too.
Holy hell.
Thunder splat, thunder
I
splat.
got you.
Thunder splat.
Clouds.
Yeah.
Grab an orb, you're absorbing.
Don't touch the ball at all. Get sick.
And die.
Knock back.
Is that
Next
how
technical.
Lollipops are created? Do they like werewolves?
Yeah.
No, they're like zombies.
They were like potatoes.
So you cut off the eye of one and bury it in the ground.
Why do you think Local Rito wears the mask so much? To hide his eyes. That's the eye socket.
When's the next technical, Spicy?
3.
Block, 2.
Okay.
Why did it do that? Wait, why am I doing this?
Do not grab orb. This is donuts. Donuts. Down number. Nice. Grab orb now.
Pots. You didn't say anything because I thought you were going to find it.
Oh, sorry.
Battle.
Please. Please, but
Grab orb. Fight nothing again.
Luckily you have healers.
oh, that lap is long enough.
Heals up.
No mistake. Burn.
Yeah.
And
Nice
dead.
job. That's the power of chocolate
Try.
music.
To say that was a 94k Akmorn, we better clear.
Plus.
Alright. Who needs one? We all have rings.
Nothing.
Ross, did you jump off?
Do we all have rings?
I'm coming with you.
Yeah.
Alright. Ring is green.
The only other thing I need out of here is a neck.
We need to fail.
Don't worry, we got this.
That didn't drop.
Who needs a belt?
A ring.
She's checking.
Okay.
Hey,
What?
we're in sync. No, we're not.
We're not in sync, but because I think you're loading faster than I am.
I think so.
That and you have a higher movement speed than I do.
I forgot about that. I keep forgetting about
Zara.
that.
Passively and with your weapons out. Hey, y'all should join in on this. It's real fun.
This is how I live my life.
Oh, she left already.
Yeah.
Who knows? Okay.
Like
Does anyone want the
Titan's
item
part.
level increase?
Of course. But that doesn't.
It would be cool,
Oh,
but
I
already
have
have.
I mean, in
I could
there's a-
talk to healers or something.
Or Frost. What's your gear look like, Frost?
Lydian, do not
I
need
got the Crystarium belt and the Crystarium earrings. They can both technically be upgraded, but
What were you saying, Violet?
Do you not need the bow?
No, I do want it for the item level increase, but if anyone else wants it, I'll give it to them.
I mean, I'll take it for
Oh.
item level, but
To be honest with you, it's a bigger item level increase for you than it is for everybody else who said something. Because
Yeah,
you'd go
that's
up
true.
20 item levels and everybody else is only getting.
Ah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah,
yeah, you should take the
belt.
belt. I didn't realize you were still a Neo-ish Guardian.
Yeah,
I'm also a newish guardian here. So
Yeah,
no-
you should probably take those
take both
too.
of them.
Alright.
This
I
sounds.
I would take both of those, Lydian.
Alright.
Yeah.
Go up 40 item levels.
4 item levels. I feel really greedy.
Now you can
Like,
be.
why don't you have your Crystarium ring?
Oh, I forgot to equip it. I bought it last night. There.
It's like,
Lydian.
Wait. Do you also have a Crystarium ring?
Yeah.
Or do you have a Neo
The ring is
Guardian
greed only because everyone has rings by now.
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't
we
realize
all
you
have
had a ring. Oh, Eat
Yeah.
Quiet, there it is.
Dang.
Yeah, I'm just passing on it.
Yeah, Lydian, you definitely need the neck too. Like,
Even if it's not best in slide, you probably should be grabbing.
yeah, that's
stuff.
so many item levels.
Yeah, my tome spending has been just left side only.
Does that include your weapon?
He has the salad.
Alright. Let's do something other than savage.
Perhaps.
We still need some Alexander glam.
Oh,
Hey,
the
let's do
Yeah,
it.
I still need 2 more 11s.
Memoria, though? I don't think that's
Moria makes me want to die even more than ever.
We don't know that fight comfortably. That would be
See.
like a savage event. Alright, anyone opposed to Cruise Chaser?
At least twice for Violet Pants.
Need 2
What?
clears. Or if the pants they drop. It could be 1 clear. Theoretically.
Yeah, he is right. This one we have a literal 50-50 chance of getting these pants.
Alright,
I'm gonna put this in there.
wait, Lydian, do you want to
Do
tank?
we need 2 healers? Or can I go res mage?
Oh, but guys, here's the best part. We're all here, so this is gonna be a lot quicker than the last ones.
Oh, we can do the mechanic now. Not that it matters. Probably be stupid.
Lydian, do you want to go tank or do you want to shoot a gun? Because I can tank. If you
Oh,
want
shoot,
to
shoot.
tank, okay.
My hot pink.
Well, you guys are gonna get extra poetics.
Hog? Well, it's gonna be run unsynced, but we will get 100 regardless, I guess.
Yep.
Because this is not the character I did Alexander with.
Is it okay? Do
That you're
you
Crystal.
want to heal Violet, or I can heal?
No,
It's fine.
no, Crystal wasn't out when I did this originally.
Oh, right.
No, this character was my first alt, and I liked this character more than my other character.
What was your other
So I
character?
just stuck with this one.
Frost is an older timer than I am. He did expect it was on content.
I did. So my other character's a here male. Last time I logged on to him probably was
So much
probably
now,
before Stormblood, honestly. I think I
He ain't logged on that character since download fell.
both characters were in 1.0, but
Alright, who's ready to move forward and back? I certainly am.
I have
About
seen
back
that
and forward.
forward and back. I'm gonna wrap up.
it's been
Side to
so
side.
long since I've seen this cutscene.
You can't tell me what to do. I'm moving side to side.
But couldn't
Really,
that
side
also
to side is
be
just a
forward
different
and
form of forward and back.
back? Yeah.
Now I'm running in circles, so now what?
Now you're running forward and back, but in a really long way.
Oh,
Once you start jumping, that's up and down.
I
was
brought
gonna
my
say-
butt wings in honor of the
Alright,
I'm
forward.
just move, yeah.
I had the dance partner. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go.
Oh, jeez.
Get a 40k opener.
Orange parts.
Walk for it.
Here comes the. Here
Oh, I
comes
got
the potions.
actor. I'll be your witness.
Go for the goal.
I gotta wait for Spicy to start standard stuff.
Gotta do nothing. Circle, circle, dot, dot. I'm finished.
3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Wait, my cheese on time.
Turk is out. What, you guys haven't killed it already? God, I did my job. Come on. Come on, I did my job. Y'all do your...
I don't know what this does. Oh, that's
Really
better.
bad.
Jin, you got a 30k opener.
What?
Is that really good?
Toss a coin to your dancer.
Okay. Yeah. But
Ah, we almost killed him. We got close.
Let's get
Do mechanics
so
on
many coins after this.
I feel so bad for Anna though.
You
She's
feel
been so miserable today. She's
Yeah.
been having mood swings all day.
Get off.
No,
Lydia, get off! Get down from there, you fool!
Oh.
it doesn't kill.
Don't heal him.
Literally had him at 8.8%.
Back right. Hey, there they are.
See, I
Ta-da.
told you could have.
Can we still go one more time
These gloves here.
Sure.
for the town?
These gloves look like pass. I kind of want them actually. They look pretty cool.
Oh damn. I wanted them too.
White gloves.
The gauntlets.
I
Yeah.
passed.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
they're part of the
Because
tank.
doesn't Zara need some gear from here too?
Yeah, but it's not a big deal. I'm in no rush.
For sure.
If you want them, take them.
I'm greedy on them.
Well, I rolled need, so I don't.
Yeah, he's a tank. He rolled need.
Alright, well bye. I'm done here.
Bye, Felicia.
Alexander, hang on, hang on, hang on. Spicy, wait.
Toss a coin to
Put this in my
I'm gonna make a
salad bag,
very
never to be
strong-
seen again.
I bet if we go double Dark Knight, we could kill him in the opener.
If we went double Dark Knight.
Yeah, because of the
Why was that
the Dark Knight
better than
opener.
Oh yeah, the Dark Knight opener is actually really strong.
Dark Knight opener is the strongest opener.
Compared to Machinist?
Compared to everything, actually. They just round out to normal tank damage 1 minute into a fight. But before that, they're top DPS.
I had a
They
30k
have
opener.
burst,
one
but they have grab for sustaining.
Yeah,
We feel,
like
we
they
feel Lord
have
Rage in the
really
beginning.
heavy burst. Which, you know, considering what a Dark Knight is, makes sense to me.
One more run for the book.
One
Yeah.
more run for the book.
Y'all want to just go and clear the fights for Poetics. Or, well, what? Like the 4 ones that I haven't already done.
You have the mount.
On this character, yeah, I have all the others.
All 2 of them.
Weeps and capped poetics.
I have all the I have all the Savage raid mounts except for Omega and the 2 new ones.
We could probably be
Zara, just go get like soil.
Yeah, I don't have
Or
a
turn in things for seals.
Yeah, I gotta turn in things for seals. Keep forgetting
probably
to
be
do that.
productions, honestly.
I get to turn in Skaven pieces, right?
Yeah, you can now.
I think the shield
Is
although it's just more annoying because it's wide and
Who's who has higher level? Come on. Here you go, Lydian.
that's me.
Oh well. There you go, Jen.
sorry, that was my bad. I thought I saw somebody.
I started my cast, but then I skipped it.
Well, we had limit cut. Well, 55% limit cut.
Oh shit.
We gotta do the mechanic!
And 8.
Rip Bahamut.
Goodbye, phrase.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No. Whoa!
What?
That's magic damage.
Oh my god.
Magic
Oh.
damage.
Versus the last second. Actually, no, less than the last second.
I don't remember this fight at all, by the way.
So, yeah.
No, I failed it!
Lydian, no!
You're so lucky my pilot's here.
Huh.
Oh boy.
Hey, I'm dead.
Okay, so if you have a shield, it doesn't do anything.
Open duck.
Oh, no, far away. Far away.
I'm too far away. No.
It's your flight!
Like, oh yeah. Wait, try to res somebody. Res somebody. Oh.
I did.
I
I
did.
raised Alien.
Wrong one.
He's a Dark Knight. He's just gonna die again.
I'm sorry,
Oh,
I
I'm
gave
alive.
you the priority. I'll never do. Never, ever,
Oh,
ever.
get away. Lydian, get away. Get away.
Yeah, fine. I'm
Fine.
doing them again.
I like how I'm last on the list.
Pickle sight. Okay. Well, you're low dragoons, so
Oh fuck, oh fuck.
Things are
I'm gonna die.
that's Shiva.
We have
Okay.
bones.
So that's Shiva. Oh,
I
wow.
haven't played this
Sorry,
class
that's
in a very long time.
Kill it. There it is.
Wow, that was awful. I'm never playing this class again.
Oh hey look, Gauntlet's offending. I
Great.
rolled an 8. No!
alright. Okay, I'll go. Have fun with those.
Zara really wants those gloves, doesn't she?
All
Oh,
this.
I have the torso already, I want the rest of the pieces.
All of that could have been avoided had Lydian just saved the machinist.
Probably.
Oh well.
Alright, thank you guys.
Yeah, of
No
course.
problem.
But I got to summon Frey, and I'm happy now.
If you want to play Dark Knight in Raid, I can play something else.
No, I want to play
You
Bomb.
guys want to do Orbon Monastery for Julian?
No.
No!
What if we did that?
I was gonna, for justice, anyone?
Why would we need to do for justice? Which one is
Minion?
that?
Is it minion?
Oh, the
Which one is that?
I don't remember. I really don't remember.
Is it
It
A8?
doesn't actually drop.
Yeah, it's a guaranteed drop. It's a guaranteed drop of AA.
Yeah. It's A8.
I need
That
to unlock it. Let's go to Madonna.
Something, 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 wind up, something, something.
maybe wind up justice.
I think it's
No,
wind up.
that's
That's from something else.
blue.
Yeah,
Magic.
A8's the one that has the Maiden torso pieces too.
the cute Justice Minion is from Blue Mage Savage rating.
I'm gonna go look on Idleshire. This is silly.
Idleshire is still my favorite post-Gridania hub city.
Yeah.
We need Charlayan style housing.
I don't like it.
I agree. I
For all
agree
that
completely.
furniture?
I want a Charlayan style house.
Not just their fucking cabinets, boys.
Will we get goblins as a beast tribe?
We won't.
I'm legitimately surprised we haven't already.
Yeah. Same.
Just they would be such a good crafter beast tribe just for Idleshire.
When the dwarf beast tribes come out, I'm just gonna call them the Lala beast tribe.
Actually, I love that Maiden code of scouting. I know
Yeah,
my
Maiden
opinion
stuff's
is wrong.
good. It's not.
Alright,
I spent a day and farmed all this with like random party finders to get all the Maiden pieces.
do you think we can do it with only one healer, or
Yes.
I do know
I think we've done it 1,000 times, regardless of
Here,
what.
let me get the
So,
link real quick.
We just when they start dropping the robots, we can't kill. Like one of them has to stay alive.
2 of them have to stay alive at any given time. It's not 1, it's 2.
And frost.
So the way
Like,
the
we
way that
can't
works.
DPS too hard.
So the way that works is whenever there's one robot left alive, they begin to self-destruct.
it wipes the party if they self-destruct?
Well, no, we'll all survive. It's just the fight will reset. I still think that's really funny, though. I think that is hilarious that you can actually survive the raid fight.
Well, it's like a 9,000. I got dried high ether from. I got
It is
3
9.
pinches of dried high ether from that decent.
Yeah.
Of what?
I don't remember.
Something.
A ring.
Why is Coco Pull?
Something ring offending. Okay. I'm going gunbreaker to run it back.
Run back.
I know we need 2 tanks because of how.
See, Frosty?
Oh, you?
Yes,
Yeah,
you
because of how
yes.
brawler works.
See? Wait, come back!
Well, you
Don't do
can
brawlers.
technically do it with a DPS, but it's easy
Frost!
to have a tank with things.
Frost! You
Oh.
ran away. I
What?
was showing you my butterfly.
I saw it. Posted screenshots.
Remember the strat? Frost. Okay, here's.
Didn't you have a thingy for me? I don't remember.
Oh, yes.
I don't remember
I
anything.
actually really want that that Ruby Carbuncle mount.
All I know is I had to work a 15-hour work shift for free.
That's ass. Alright. Are we doing Brute Justice?
See,
Yeah,
normally,
I'm
Wait a
unlocking.
second.
I'm at the NPC.
see, normally I don't have a problem working myself to death, but now I'm working myself to death for free. And I feel very differently.
Oh, Violet, do you have any twin silk on you? I just realized I don't have any.
Is that the high summoner, Weimer?
Yes, it is. That's the summoner gear.
Alright, I got it unlocked.
Winsel. I have
Oh, I
3
see
of them
that.
yet.
I just need one.
It's all good.
So do you want to pull out Lydian or do you want me to?
I'll pull it.
If we hit Perpetual Array,
Okay. I heard, do you want me to pull a Lydian? Or do you? Now, I don't know what pulling a Lydian entails, but I want to do it.
No, pulling a living is getting smeared by something that everybody else knows does damage, but you somehow fail to remember that and get.
Leviathan puddles. I
Yes.
still don't have
You
my
know,
pants, by
I
the
did.
way.
I genuinely did not know that did damage. I thought it was just a
Hey.
heavy.
Hey, Lydian.
Yeah.
Supposed to do damage.
I'm glad you caught that. Nobody else.
I caught that, yeah.
I hate to inform you, but they do damage.
Yeah.
Apparently, Foxy Lady is up on it.
Where?
Exodus.
Exodus.
Why can't it be fucking Architania so I can be done with that?
Yeah. I feel that though. I feel
I
that.
already got everything I need from Foxy Lady, so.
I have never done it.
You want the ears?
I do. It's okay though. I can go another.
Those are nice pants. Those are very nice pants.
They go with the butterfly dress, and the boots do too.
I like that boulder.
Damn it.
That is a nice boulder.
I need to get those pants now.
Merry Christmas!
Christmas?
April?
Like, Christmas in April. I'll take it.
It works. I mean, for whatever reason, Star Trek Online is running their Christmas seasonal right now, so.
Yeah, I saw that. That's kind of weird.
It's
I've
because,
no idea.
it's because
Like, the
coronavirus.
rewards for it are better than the actual Christmas one.
Me, I'm just running so I can farm my dilithium ore for my characters, because I want fucking USS Defiant class ship. But yeah, Christmas in May.
I do like how the Morpho sits on your shoulder now.
It always
It
does.
didn't used to before?
Yeah,
No.
I did before.
Well,
It's
not,
pretty
not,
sure-
not at
pretty
60
sure,
anyway.
Violet's gonna
Well, granted, a lot of minions didn't. They
Cook for
added a
justice,
lot of interactions with minions.
poison
when
meal.
Stormwind came out. A lot of that didn't.
Alright, let's go.
Let's give this a go.
Let's beat the Justice Megazord.
Hope I
How do you
picked the right
check?
one.
How do you open? I can't even remember. How do you open the thing that lets you select duties? I don't even remember how to do that anymore.
You?
You.
Yes,
I've
you,
been battling across.
you do it. You do it.
I can't even. It's been so long since I've even clicked to go try to do level roulette that I can't even remember how to access the duty.
Icy, you still ripped?
Ah.
There you go. I forgot to do that last time.
I love that glamour, Zara.
Thank you.
Forgot to do that last time.
I can't click on anybody.
Yeah, because we're.
You can click them. You can click on them with the party list.
It's the Summoner 70 top from Animos.
Kind of wish you could get like the tattoos from some of the outfits without having to wear the.
Right.
Like all the
Yeah.
ones from the Pagos.
Yeah.
They are really good.
Alright, here we go.
Alright. So we can burst down Onslaughter, but then we wanna chill.
DPS, but yeah.
So throw everything you have at Onslaughter.
Just so we don't accidentally overkill everything else.
And it's done.
What? AoE?
My
He's
prop.
alive?
Yeah,
kill
we
the one in the back.
if we just keep
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 it alive.
these two alive, just and then we can burst down everything else that spawns.
Yeah, break Bluster away. Okay.
Oh, they tethered.
Must not hit the side.
I got Swindler.
There's other one though.
Yeah, that's why you don't. That's why you don't.
Alright, we needed to explain that.
Yeah.
Yes. If you get high, stand on the low one. If you get low,
Low,
stand on
down, high.
So, the low platform is the one that's not glowing red.
Yes.
The glowing red platform elevates you. So if you have the low debuff, you want to stand on the red platform to elevate yourself. If you're flying, you want to stand on the non-glowing platforms to lower your speed.
The debuff itself has an arrow in which way you should not be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do the opposite of your arrow.
So as soon as the third one spawns, you can kill one of them. We just need to make sure that there's 2 out at every given point in time.
If we keep those first 2 alive, I think we'll be fine.
No, but because if all 3 of them spawn, then you wipe. If all 4 of them spawn,
Oh yeah.
The way we did it was we burned the first 2 and just kept the last one alive. But if you want to try a different way, that's fine.
So what are we doing?
Just get them to about half, I guess, and then...
they don't tether.
So these have to be stunned.
Big ones have to be stunned, yes.
Oh.
You want them to be separated. Like, you don't want them to go into the area at the same time. Although I don't know if it matters.
I don't know what we're doing.
Just kill Swindler for now. Okay. Alright, now kill.
Yeah, hold on Vortexer actually.
Alright. Wait, don't kill Brawler. Okay. Full DPS on
Oh,
Vortex.
wait, no. Kill. What?
We can live through it.
It's
level
gonna be
80.
some fight though.
Yeah, the last time the fight
Oh,
reached
that's
out,
right.
though.
It does. Yep, you're right.
Alright. Again, I guess.
Oh, we're at the beginning again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
reset
we were
the-
supposed to
yeah,
die.
the
so
fight,
weird.
we lost the fight, yeah.
Mega's beam.
It's not actually white.
Yeah, 'cause we survived. So, when you see self-detonate cast, we need to burn all of them. As soon as possible.
Get these 2 to about half of the gold. I got the Mirage.
We kill Mirage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, now you can kill Blaster.
Yeah, kill Blaster.
This sounds great. I'm gonna kill something.
Hopefully he attacks the...
Fight.
I am vulnerable.
What?
I think I did it. And then server takes.
Does that attack do splash damage or something?
There's no reason to violate my Sorry, using physics like a champ.
Alright, hold. Don't hit Brawler. Don't hit Brawler. We need to kill these 2 at the same time.
Or same-ish time.
Alright.
Okay.
Hit Brawler. Alright, we're burned. Okay, we're good. We made it.
Group up for Cure 3.
We should lose our damage down by the time resistance forms. So just burn him and then burn him even harder.
Yeah, so, skip gavel or disband.
Yep.
Yeah, we're good. Nope.
He's coming back. Nope, he's coming back.
Alright, now we just have to kind of crawl our way through this. So,
If you
Yeah.
get a tether, look away. Look away from it. Look away from it.
This is a really weird fight.
These mines.
Yeah, don't touch it.
Yeah.
I don't know what any of this means.
Happening.
Look away.
yes.
Damage down.
Yes.
Is this a partner?
Yeah, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, don't move!
I'm in with that.
I don't know what
Oh.
any of this
Nope.
What is all
So
this?
if you have a tet-
The
Alright,
circle
so-
with 4 dots means it's by 4 people.
Yeah. I also
Yeah,
need
the
a
circle has a number on it.
Don't
It's
hit it
similar
with-
to the...
I love that 7th. What?
And then if you have a tether, you have to look away because it'll bleed.
Oh, right. So you get the full heal at that point.
Just burn them.
Don't think
We don't have enough people alive for it. So we're gonna burn.
Yeah, battle's gonna go off.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, they went off.
So the circles, I think at that point the circles are the only things we really have to worry about, because we don't want to have, like, the healer blow up and die. If we had, like, 3 or 4 of us alive for that, we probably could have just burned them down at that point.
If you had, so the circles has a certain number of dots above them. The amount of dots needs to be that number of people. If you have 4 dots, you gotta have 4 people in that circle.
I'm surprised we haven't had a fight in this current raid here that's reused that particular mechanic.
For next year.
Shiva has it.
Kind
Yeah.
of has it. Yeah.
She doesn't have the same... It's the mechanic, but it looks different. Because it's got the... 2 people get the cleave thing.
Get away from me.
Spray's gonna kill it.
It's fine. Kill last turn.
Oh, it's dead. Okay. 3 damage.
Kill Splinter.
Kill Swindler?
Yep.
Yeah, because protector's out.
Did we skip height?
We did.
Yep.
Yeah, kill
Same
him
time.
exactly. And dead.
I love this fight so much, by the way. This was the most stressful fight in Savage Row for a long time.
Why?
Nobody understood what was going on.
Nope, mine.
No.
Alright.
Oh, I'm ready to crawl.
Okay.
That's the mechanic, guys. Just
Missionary.
Gonna hit this.
Remember, if you have a tether, look away.
Look away from the clone you're tethered to, because you're gonna be tethered to a clone.
Yep.
No. No.
Look at everything in fear because I don't know what's happening.
What does this mean? Oh, hello.
so yeah.
These 3 people. Violet, stop moving!
Okay.
I was trying to run to Violet.
I'm running away! Oh, so depending on how many people die, he gets that many stacks of damage up.
Yes.
That's what? That's evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
This is
Oh my
a
god.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, if you even had a single person die in that mechanic, it was impossible to clear. That damage up would literally kill you.
Insta white, that's cool.
What?
Yeah, you had to do this fight perfectly from
Die!
beginning to end.
Die!
Congratulations on unique.
Fight shit.
There's apparently everybody.
There you go.
I've never
Enjoy,
done it.
Literally
enjoy the
had to do
spoils
this
of war.
fight perfectly from beginning
Wait,
to
am I
end
the only
before
one
you
that's
would win.
cleared this before now?
I've never cleared it.
Also,
Everybody.
Cool guys don't look at explosion.
I've cleared it.
I should probably bring this up though, that it's in, it also
me
had
as
a
well.
really tight in range, so if you weren't also doing DPS during all the mechanics, you also couldn't clear.
Yep.
I heard about that.
Alright, so we have to do this 8 times.
5. Fuck easily.
Oh my
Roll
god,
a
the
nine.
jacket of meaning is sexy.
Oh, this gear is ugly as hell. I'm out.
Sword looks giant.
That sword does look really freaking cool.
Looks like a giant knife.
I'm not getting it. I rolled a 46.
Oh my
Roll a
god.
5.
Oh my god.
I just hope somebody different wins the sword and somebody different wins the shield, because I'm bitter. Like, one person should
I
get
don't
the
really
sword.
like the way it dies, but it looks good.
I actually
He's not
really like
wrong.
that sword.
I like, the shield's not so good.
Who hasn't rolled on the weapons?
I haven't.
Oh,
Wait, did
Violet's
Violet get
bow.
Wait, Violet got both the sword and the shield? God dang
Yes.
it.
Now Frost is even more bitter.
Yeah, now I'm mad.
Be bitter.
And
That's
now
not
we
how
do it
that's
again.
supposed to go.
Stay mad, homie. Stay mad.
And now we do it again.
7 more times. Oh. I don't know
Why
what-
not?
This is actually my last dance for the evening.
Cool guys don't look at explosions.
No, we make explosions.
Thought for a second you were gonna sing that cat song from Dragon Ball Z.
I would love the lance if it drops, but other than that, none of the weapons.
If there was a gun blade, I'd take it.
There is.
There is?
I think.
There's a gun blade here?
No,
No.
there's not.
Oh
No.
no, it's Omega that they added one.
Alright, let's go. Kill the Megazord.
Wrong way.
Let's kill the Megazord.
Ow.
Alright, give the ancient don't bring him over here.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Ah!
I can stop hitting him too.
freaking correct.
Just
Uh-oh.
saying.
Oh, Frey's gonna kill it.
Oh, it's fine, it's fine. Holy hell!
Oh, just in time.
Right. Oh, what the fuck did I... What the fuck happened?
Alexander.
Don't. Kill. Hold. Wait till Vortex there. Lydian, touch with green orbs, see what happens. Yeah, touch them.
Yeah, you're supposed to tank
Alright,
those.
Vortex is up.
Hey,
Alright,
Lydian.
go in there.
Don't do damage.
3, 3, 3, 3.
I don't remember which one was this.
Nope.
Oh, we wiped.
Kind of.
Pretty sad.
Yeah.
Nope, it didn't.
Oh,
Nope,
there
it
it
didn't.
is.
I lied. It just seemed like it didn't for a second.
I'm just gonna.
You didn't even wait for a load to respawn? So rude!
Well, I see how you get down, son. Alright, I got you. I got you.
Doesn't even wait for our flag base.
I saw the raise.
Was it up?
Just stand here.
You need to touch yours, okay? And please
Touch the
bring Blaster away
balls.
from
Touch all the balls.
Blaster away from me, please. I don't like Blaster. I don't like Blaster either. It's okay. You need to touch the green balls.
Oh! Forgot about double blaster.
It's
Ow.
on stack anyway.
To be honest, any DPS can touch the green balls, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Hey, Spencer, how are ya? Alright, you can kill Blaster.
Murder. Blaster. Murder. Blaster.
Please.
Oh no. Hold. Okay. Alright, kill.
Yes, vortex.
Got it.
Yeah, not you got to Vortex there.
Alright, we can kill both. He has a power to sit down.
Got it.
Okay, wasn't expecting the knockback when I said that. Loses melee range? Wait, did I just? Wait a moment.
Alright.
Used to be able to hide here, by the way.
Brute Justice Megazord!
This song is hype.
Yeah, it is. That was a 50k Savage Claw!
No, but this song is not hype. This song is PTSD. This song is awful.
Are you serious? He has no health!
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
you can't-
I think
it doesn't matter,
can't
you always-
skip this. It's, yeah. It's sort of like the Nidhogg thing, you can't skip it.
And you'll always get 100% of his health back once he respawns.
We can get slightly closer together so that everybody the damage starts being eached out.
I'm currently stunned, but yes.
Oh, okay, I love being sent all the way to hell.
3. I need 2 people.
I got you!
Oh my
Oh,
god!
we're dead!
You can't.
How hard is it to count, y'all?
I don't know. Apparently
I got there!
Lydian, heal me! Heal me, Lydian!
And he's got 5 stacks
Come
of
on,
damage
Dark
now.
Knight.
Fantastic.
You're on your own.
Here. Have a reach.
You know what? I'll take it.
Y'all got this.
Potting.
LB.
Potting.
Hey, I'll pop.
LB.
We can't LB, there's no
Where's trick attack when you need it?
I already used it!
Yeah. I forgot about the steam things.
It doesn't matter, we were gonna wipe.
Spite his ass.
I hate it.
Smite's amazing. Just unsinking
Like,
it is
mechanic
not.
wise, yeah, unthinking is kinda hard because you have to, like, actually adjust your DPS and shit.
No, none of y'all are allowed to say how ass this fight is until you actually try to do it.
No, fuck that. I'm not that
So
stupid.
I remember. There are people who have quit this game because of this raid.
Single hardest raid in the entire game, by the way.
Yeah.
Do we mention that going into this?
I think there's still a lot of people who still think that Brute Justice is harder than Final Omega.
Just DPS.
Alright, I'm gonna stop confusing.
Wait. Hold on.
Hold on. Don't. Okay, Lydian, don't summon right there.
Stop
I've got
killing
tank
things,
buster.
Lydian.
Alright, now you can kill. Now you can kill Blaster. Yes. I know you. That's why. That's why you can't do it that much.
Weapons go bye-bye. Vortex, where are you?
Kill Swindler. Kill Swindler. Okay. Hit Vortexer. Knock back. Oh, okay. Arm's length doesn't work there.
No, it does not, sadly. I still remember,
Okay, so like, what are we
I
supposed
think
to
it
do
took
here?
it took Hannah's group 5 or 6 months to clear for
10,000
justice.
more miles or 1 month.
Here you can just kill her.
Yes, I looked at it. And I look at the mileage. 10,000 miles left.
Keep going. Music though.
See?
And now I can look again.
No matter what you do, you'll always survive.
Yep.
Alright, let's group up so that
I
Violet can
think
go.
a picture, but I'm not 100%
So that we don't all die.
Lydian, stop being Lydian. Stop being a rebel. It's not cool anymore.
It was never cool.
Ow!
I don't remember
Hey,
what
so I was talking with my dad and I don't know what's happening.
hidden mine trap. So look away from the tethered dudes, or else you'll blind you half to them.
No, look at me!
I need the body.
Alright, one more.
I got Lydian. Nope. No, I don't. I said I got Lydian and Frost.
I
do more than two
dying.
It needs to be
Yeah.
the exact number of
It has to
people.
be the exact number, yeah.
God.
Y'all have to learn how to count.
I
Right
said
there.
I got Lydian and
Zara,
you
you have to learn how to count.
I did!
Just burn it.
I'm using a picture.
I don't know what any of this is.
It's
You
burn
ignore
it.
all of it. Skip Gabble or disband. Skip Gabble or disband. Skip Gabble or disband.
Fine, it's fine. We got it. I literally said Frost. I had Lydian.
Skip Gabble or disband.
I don't know what any of this means.
Oh, I'll take that.
I am so done.
Okay. I'm gonna have to have a word with Square Enix's roll system. Why is it when I can roll need, that's when I get a 95?
So the
Square
Savage
Enix.
cutscene, we don't look away from the explosion, we just look tired.
What if brute justice was a mountain?
I think we've got a handle on it.
Are you
If we
sure?
just count. I think if we just learn how to.
What did
Yeah,
you roll on this place? 95, 96?
97.
And that will be it for me for this evening.
Have a good night, Logan.
God, it hurts.
Alright. Did we?
Justice is easy.
Are we disbanding now?
No, we didn't skip Gabble. We're not allowed to disband.
I thought it was skip gavel or disband.
Yeah. We skipped it, so we can't disband.
Anybody need an expert?
I'll expert.
I'll expert too.
I'm done.
I'll make it.
You make it? Alright, faster at the draw.
And Violet, right?
What?
Does somebody else need expert?
I'm gonna go check on the lady, make sure she's okay.
Or was it
And
just
I'm probably
me
gonna
and Lydian?
I think it was just you and El. Yeah, I think it was just you, me, and Lydian.
Okay. Lydian, what do you want to do?
Y'all have a good night.
You too.
Frost.
Time to craft things.
Let me think about that while I jam materia into my jewelry.
Okay.
Go ahead and
Shoot
jam.
things. I miss Machinist.
I actually kind of want to play Gunbreaker.
Alright. I...
Just
Oh, so you're gonna play
all-
Machinist, I
White
can just play
Mage.
Black
Yeah.
Mage. There you go.
Lydian.
Because if you wanted to shoot, I can play Black Mage and just burn everything.
Well, you're gonna burn everything on Machinist anyway. You got flamethrower.
Fair. I don't remember the Black Mage or the Machinist
Silkworm
rotation.
cocoons come up, Violet.
It's fine. The what?
Actually, have you added those before? Silkworm cocoon.
Termination.
The twin coon?
No, the silkworm. I don't know. It's the one
Silkworm
she's for the
cocoon?
Vanya. Yeah.
1 a.m.
Make sure my skill speed's alright.
They're up from 1 a.m. to 4. So we're gonna have to wait like 45 minutes.
Skill speed's too slow.
What do you need?
I'm gonna harvest silkworm cocoons for the event. We're doing people who come. I'm making them kernel wristbands. But the
Nice.
Vanya silk takes like ARR pesky once an hour node.
Yeah, it's honestly like how many do you need per item?
It's 1 silk per wristband.
Nice.
Vanilla silk?
Yeah. Need 2 silk threads.
I do, you know, despite how much Memoria makes me want to die,
So
I
2
do
silkworm cocoons per
want to run it
actual
for the
number
Gunbreaker
stand.
code.
I need to make at least 40, I think.
No, we can die together.
So 80.
If you're willing to run it with me, sure. I'm down.
Let me change the glamour. I'm getting
You need
kinda
80
tired of
silk?
money.
No, 80 cocoons.
How much silk does that equal out to?
40.
You need 40 silk? Just come to me, I can give you 40 silk.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I got like 200.
Oh, well, I
Let's
won't.
go.
I won't feel bad then.
Yeah,
I'll
don't
wait
worry
till
about it.
after
I got 50 silk thread I can just give you.
More than 30 minutes. What the fuck do you mean?
It's
time passed
it's
fast.
glitched. Yeah.
I can't believe 30 minutes already elapsed.
Yeah. I got silk for you, Kalia.
Okay, I'll wait till after you're expert.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is
I
anyone
hoard a
out?
bunch of things.
Do we want to do level 80 dungeons after this for Phantasmagoria? So we can make money.
Depends on how fast we get this done.
Oh, it's
What kind of thread was it?
Silk thread.
this is gonna be real
Just
fast.
silk thread?
Oh,
Yep.
ninja and
Here, I'll render.
machinist.
And
Yeah, but I'm rusty on machinist, so it ain't gonna be like my usual
we
cash.
have the highest DPS of almost all the rolls.
Doesn't matter if I don't know what I'm doing.
Jesus, it's that hard.
I know it's not that hard, I'm just rusty.
Get everything. Get half the tunnel. And go to the doctor.
And everything can get couple down and go to the doctor. It sounds that that's probably the best advice I've heard that you can get.
Yeah, I had 6 months.
I
How
have a
many
couple.
silk thread or silk cocoon? I thought I did.
You probably
I
used
thought I
it.
had
Not gonna lie.
I got 3 Vanya silk, so I usually have a ton of the silk thread.
No, if you need dynamite web, I'm your guy.
Do you need the potash too to make the thing?
No, one of our FC members is Captain. She's gonna get the.
Okay, because I've got like 200 of those. I can toss you a stack.
Not gonna lie, part of me is Gunbreaker.
And really, it wouldn't be such a big deal about the silkworm. It's just one of those stupid.
I'm dying.
It's the time node. Yeah.
But you're not dead.
Let me see if I can sum up.
I'm dying.
You're not dead.
It's the one in.
I'm dying.
You're not dead.
I'm
Yeah, I'm just not sure if
Your
I've
natural
ever.
dying.
healing abilities.
I'm dying. I'm dying.
Did you?
I'm dying.
Oh my
I'm
lord.
dying. I'm dying. I'm dying.
Are you dead though?
I'm dying.
He's super bull-eyed.
Just for that little outburst, I would have swift cast holy.
I'm surprised you haven't been doing that.
I have.
Because you're actually supposed to.
I love how you kept the Titan hairstyle too, by the way.
Is that just your permanent hairstyle now?
Yeah.
Also,
Oh,
I
this has
actually,
trick attack on it. I need to kill it.
you know, you've had Aurora on yourself for a little bit, but I meant to throw it on V, but I had you targeted in order to bug you. fine though. We have a lot of regen.
Maybe I should change the hair color.
Fine, so you're not a Titan Nugget.
Type chicken nugget.
Maybe I'll make it pink.
Zara, I see you were second on the envy list. And I was taken back to the old days of shirking samurai. Stormblood.
Look, dude, I don't have diversion, so Ninja's probably gonna. Well, Ninja and I could fight for it. How's Lydian doing it now? What happened there?
I gave it to Lydian.
Oh, you shirked Lydian? Well,
Yeah.
Nah,
I meant
my glares were so thick. I just shot to number 2 in the enemy list.
thick.
I meant to shirk the ninja, but my mouse moved up a little bit, so I shirked the Lydian instead.
I have a gun.
It's
I have a gun blade.
It is on fire.
I have a gun blade.
Oh, I also have this.
I
I have a Peloton.
I have a gun. It's really long
gun
and
blade.
has leaves.
Lydian is the very definition of the softly carry everything there.
So I have the highest possible
I'm just taken aback by that 50k Savage Claw that I hit in First Justice.
I'll be 100.
Yeah. Sorry, you might want to move.
I'm gonna get hit. No, I'm not. Hey.
That's
I am good at the game.
over a bit. You able to kill it for the second one?
Oh, fuck no.
I think you
Need-
could do that.
You need actual DPS. It ain't me cheap.
Yeah. If we're on our normal rolls and we're really tryharding this. Nope.
Y'all gonna get hit.
No, I'm dead. No, I'm not.
That ninja was like,
Yeah,
hey,
have a
why is
bandage.
everybody running away? Watch that laser. Watch that
Have a
laser.
band-aid.
That's what regions feel like. They feel like a band-aid. Oh no, I gotta heal.
The really tricky part with heals over time is making yourself not heal so that they can actually do something. Yeah. One of the hardest things as a white mage is casting Medica 2 and everybody not be full HP. And just go back to left.
Oh, I just took that space.
At least for me, because my instinct when I heal is, if you're not full HP, I'm not doing my job.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of it mathematically. With the band-aid.
You know that meme of like the guy doing just like with the holograms, and he's doing a shit ton of like really complicated math. That's what I imagined in Lydian when he said, "I'm trying to do it mathematically." You just see a little Lalafell with a bunch of numbers. You're in.
Wouldn't be wrong.
Just looks squishy.
Remember the days of the AOE robot?
Yeah.
Those were good days.
I like
I loved that. I love that you had like different. Oh, I fucked up. I screwed that up real bad. way.
Trying to get that caster minion over there to bang. Oh my god.
Trying to get to my holy.
I'm doing my best.
Hey, you couldn't use my holy song. Dude.
I am doing my best.
Here.
Have a bad day.
Oh my god!
You have benediction!
I'm going ahead.
God damn
I got
it.
benediction. Yeah, I did that intentionally.
You have benediction!
I did that intentionally.
I casted it,
Super
and
Bowl
then
did it again.
you did that.
Oh,
Yeah,
you did
that's-
cast it? Oh, I thought I was like, just ready him. Oh no, you already used it. Oh, cheeky.
That's
Alright.
why the instant I saw it go off, I'm like, I have to do this. That's an in. Oh my god. That's my favorite thing in the world to do. On the bright side, Lydian, Benediction's cooldown is half the time as Super Bowl Light.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's 3 minutes, Super Bowl Light is 6. It feels so swishy in this job. Like, I have a lot of cooldowns. I don't feel like I do as much compared to Dark Knight or Warrior.
Well, this ninja is in
Most of them are
almost
literally the same.
all 500 gear.
Two
17
of
carry.
them, 2 of them are the same.
I don't even want to know what I'm doing because it's probably terrible.
I'm actually doing good for DPS.
Carpal tunnel intensifies.
Also, I don't have a shield that totals 25% of my max HP. So I'm taking a lot more damage over time with auto attacks.
I think I'm gonna start using my Crystarium stuff for
Lydian,
aiming.
do you care if I go all the way?
Go to the wall.
Alright. You're the boss.
He's like,
Don't you forget it.
How much is your camouflage? Sorry.
This would be
Power?
everything.
How much does that heal you per tick?
My regen? 200 potency.
Yeah, but the actual number that
Only like, it's only like 4,000. And I'm taking easily like 5 times that amount in auto attacks. I see what you're trying to say. It's just really not that good.
How much HP do you have?
Same, little less than my Dark Knight.
Okay, so when I say that, I actually want a number.
I am not max HP right now, so you're gonna have to wait 5 seconds, bud. Alright?
y'all should try and outpass each other. Actually, don't do that. That sounds pleasant. Let's see. The Oriental Tigers.
162,780 HP. Is that a number for you?
162,700 and what?
80 HP. Is that a number?
My mind doesn't even register the last digit.
Keep in mind that's with food buffs.
the see from Aura scale with anything? Does it scale with strength?
It does not scale with anything but my own stats.
Not sure I know what you mean.
Aurora, it's a region.
If it heals you for 4,000 per tech, does it do that if you're naked or if you're in low item level gear, or if you're in high, like assuming you're at the same level, like you're level 80 for everything, like does it heal you the same naked as when you're in full?
No.
5. So it does scale on your stats.
Yes.
Does it scale off strength?
No.
What does it scale on?
I don't know. I imagine mine because it's a healing stat.
Well, if it's scaled off mine, then it should do the same amount of healing regardless of what gear you have, because some of your gear has mine on it.
Mine increases with level, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I'm talking like when you're... Like the difference between a fresh 80 who's in their artifact gear versus somebody in like full verse gear. Like, is it going to heal the same amount?
Possibly. Possibly, I couldn't tell you.
Because if it does, then I think the weird thing with Aurora is that it doesn't just scale the same way. So like Blackest Night, because it's a percentage of your health, it gets better as your stats get better. But it also means it's weaker when you first using it.
Which that first get it at level 70. So you're gonna have a sizable amount of HP regardless of what level, regardless of when you get it.
What I'm saying though is that it scales.
Do either of you two still need the minion?
Take it.
I got mine.
Okay, because I'm gonna need it at that point.
What is it?
Guess what I'm
The
trying to say
minion from.
is that because it scales with your gear, if you compare it with Aurora, I think when you're like a freshly geared 80, I think Aurora will actually give you more HP than what your shield will be. But as you get geared, they flip-flop. Because the Blackest Night is getting better because it's percentage. And if Aurora is not scaling up with your item level, basically, as you're getting better geared, then it's just kind of the flat line where Blackest Night is a diagonal line. So at the beginning, I think Aurora is doing better, but as you get better geared, it flips. It just, the big thing too is that the Blackest Night just has a feel-good effect to it because
I'm
the
not quite
damage
sure
is
what you're
prevented.
aiming on the Blackest Night, but
Because it's not as good as everybody says it is. It just seems like it gets better than everything else because of the prevention part.
it prevents your healer from using healing GCDs on you, meaning that they have more time to DPS. That's the main reason why you use it, is so that you can give your healer more DPS time.
Right, but okay, so let's, like, here's a great example. If Aurora healed you for the exact amount of HP that Blackest Night shielded you for, then as long as you needed the healing, they are equal to each other.
Yeah, but I don't need the healing with the TBN because I'm not taking the damage in the first place.
You're not. What I'm saying though is, as long as you're not full HP with Aurora wasting ticks, then they're equal to each other. Because if Aurora is healing you for 40k, and Blackest Night is shielding you for 40k, then I can let you take 40k of damage and then you Aurora it back, or you can shield yourself and absorb the 40k. Either way, you're still eating 40k. It's 40k. I don't have to. The pro and con of it is that the Blackest Night, you can put it up on you and it's kind of sitting there until it expires. Whereas Aurora, if you hit a full HP while it's up, then it's kind of being. So it's like a pro-con thing. Just like with the Warrior, I forget what it's called, the Warrior one, where it moves your max HP up. If it moves it up for the same amount as Blackest Night shields you, technically it's better as long as you're taking damage, because when you get a heal, it actually refreshes that quote-unquote shield, that extra padding of HP that you get. So overhealing isn't actually overhealing. It's like, imagine if every time I overhealed you, the overheal became a shield. Like that's, so technically that's better than Darkest Night if they're giving you the same amount of HP.
Like, why can't I not like what I like?
You can.
Well, you can, just don't go around saying it's the best thing ever to everybody.
I'm not, though! I'm aware that TBN comes with its own pros and cons, so quit telling me how to play my job!
I don't think he was, but I mean, it may just be time to drop it. Alright, I've got stuff.
Here's something to look at. Our logs.
I don't know if I want to see.
No one died.
I don't want to see that.
That was our best
I'm
one.
sorry.
I don't want to. Because I had such a good opener.
I'm sorry. I've had problems with people telling me what to do stuff, how to do stuff in the past, and I don't respond well to that. I apologize.
Well, I wasn't trying to tell you what to do. And it's not necessarily really you. It's just like every time anybody talks about the Blackest Night, it's like, oh my god, it's the best thing ever since sliced bread. And it's like, it's okay. It's like the middle of the ground of all the tank things, and depending on the circumstances, it can be better or worse.
But that doesn't mean
it
I'm
just
going to talk
drives
about
me
it.
crazy that everybody's always going on about it. It just gets tiring listening to it all the time. It's not even.
And
It's because it
that
has
doesn't
that
mean I'm gonna
feel-good
rant about
effect to it.
But that doesn't mean I'm gonna rant about it every single day. Like, just because a bunch of people say something doesn't mean that everybody's gonna do it.
Oh man.
And really, it's just started because I was curious how it compared to Aurora, because I've not really played much of. You said you felt like you were squishy, and I was curious if it was you were actually being squishier because they weren't equivalent-ish to each other, or if it was just like that feel-good effect I talk about, where like the Blackest Night just feels good because you see a 0 come up, for example.
I don't
It's
want
not
to
so
do
much.
it in my
It's not so much Aurora. It's the other cooldowns.
I wonder if anyone. Do you think that anybody has like sat down and run all the numbers?
Oh, I'm
For all
sure
the
somebody
tanks.
had.
Yeah, there are crazy
and
people
is
like
put it
that.
into a color-coded spreadsheet.
Yep,
Pretty sure there is.
absolutely. They live in the balance.
The main reason why people rant about TBN though is because of its off-tank capabilities. It's not. It can because it can go on the other tank and have the same amount of shielding.
It's just
Well-
as good either way.
You know what's better than all of them? Temperance. I think they should give temperance to all the tanks. Ooh. Where is...
So, something that I'm I'm trying to understand you're saying though is I'm trying to line up like the cooldowns with the different, especially like Gunbreaker versus Dark Knight, for example. I mean, obviously Shadow Wall and Rampart have their direct equivalencies.
Yes.
And then it seems like the Blackest Night and Aurora are meant to be kind of similar-ish in their...
Not entirely. Aurora is meant to be Gunbreaker's healing, like Paladin's Clemency and Warrior's Equilibrium. Dark Knight's is supposed to be Abyssal Drain with the addition of Soul Eater, but it's really not that good.
Do they?
You use
Is it
Abyssal
something
Drain
you
really
cast
good
on?
in aid. Sorry, go ahead.
Like you know, Clemency you cast on someone else. And I haven't played the other tanks, but are those other ones? Can you also cast them on other people, or are they just things you do to yourself?
You can cast Aurora on other people, but you cannot do Equilibrium or Abyssal Drain on other people.
Okay, interesting.
Dark Knight kind of compensates that with TBN, but it's... Healing-wise, Dark Knight is the lowest. With Gunbreaker a little
Yeah.
up there.
Would Paladin be the highest, just because it's straight,
Because you can spam it. That's why it's the highest.
yeah, for just as much as well. I mean, MP.
Well, I
Yeah.
guess it also depends on how you consider it, because if you consider the shield as quote-unquote healing...
Well, I mean, they do though.
It's gonna
I
be-
mean, like when the raid numbers come in, like your shields, whatever your shields up, it counts. I'm pretty sure, right?
I mean, like, the actual, like, you heal for X amount of points. Like, I would agree with you that it seems like Dark Knight is the... But if you count, like, the Blackest Night as a heal,
Yeah,
then it
significant.
shifts it the other way around. I mean, Paladin's still gonna top it because Clemency is spammable. But that's the cost of, like, losing the DPS.
Whereas Dark Knight regains it instantly with Dark Arts.
Yeah. Because you're, like, refunded what you spent to do it.
And yet somehow that's a 7 DPS loss.
Well, it's because I think the reason it is because theoretically, if you didn't shield yourself, then you could have did something else with that off the global. So, like, you're using
Like
2 off the global cooldowns to get your, say, Edge of Shadow off because you're Blackest Knighting, and then it's popping, and then you're doing the actual. When you theoretically could have did 2 Edges of Shadow in that same time frame. Of course, you know, MP is a thing, so sometimes you can't actually do the extra one.
And you're also using another OGCD when you're popping your extra mitigation. So when I'm popping Shadow Wall and TVN with, and then I'm using the Edge of Shadow, that's 3 OGCD that I could have used for like 2 Edge of Shadows and like a Carbon Spit or something.
Yeah, but that's why it's only a 7 DPS loss. Is because it's,
Yeah.
I mean, technically, but it's
so insignificant that it's more or less.
It's a meme.
Yeah.
like the extra stuff you could have did that did damage during that is mitigated by the fact that your MP is a cap on doing that damage. Like if you had infinite MP, it'd be a much bigger DPS. Because you could just, you know, whack Edge of Shadow every time you're able to, and anytime you do something more than fit in every Edge of Shadow you can during a global cooldown, then you're diluted. But because MP is a thing, and you're going to run out eventually, and then of course, you're sometimes holding on to the 3000 MP to cast Blacklist Knight for like a tank buster that you have to use it. So you're also, you know, theoretically just holding up doing damage.
There are
again,
situations where that can change, though, with the cooldown of a Blood Weapon coming up, because Dark Knight does have a lot of really good MP restorative abilities. The primary ones being Carbon Spit, Blood Weapon, and Delirium. So that changes things a little bit, but the theory still remains in the fact that you could have just done like 2 or 3 Edges of Shadow with that OGCD.
Yeah, and it's just not a bigger damage loss because you can't actually always do those 2 or 3 extra.
Yeah.
It's actually translating into like 2 or 3 extra over the whole fight.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is just purely for curiosity's sake. And why do you say the global cooldown and off the global cooldown and not GCD and no GCD? Just for
Why I
curiosity's
actually
sake.
say the words instead of
The shorthand.
the letters.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. Because I don't know. I don't talk in shorthand.
Ah,
Like
That's-
very rarely do I talk to. I mean, the closest I ever came is during one of my jobs working for a college, and there were a couple like reports and that we would get that we would call by the letters. And actually, the only reason we would is because we didn't actually do it by the letters. We did it like turning it into a word. So, for example, if you fill out your FAFSA to get financial aid, that's one that I would say FAFSA because it's free application for federal student aid. That's a lot bigger than FAFSA, but I wouldn't say FAFSA. I just say FAFSA.
Right.
And when that shows up at the school, the version the school gets is called an Institutional Student Aid Report. I don't know why it has a different name. It's the exact same. And we call that an ISIR because it's ISIR.
Right.
But that's the closest I ever come. Like I don't do letters very well like that because I feel like the amount of effort I put into saying an OC, whatever.
You can't even do it.
Yeah.
OCD.
Anyways, I feel like the effort I will put into saying the actual individual letters is about the same amount of effort as saying on the global cooldown and off the global cooldown.
Okay, I see.
Oh, I miss having
Because
yellow
it's almost the same syllables.
Okay.
Now, like if they fix like the letters mixed together into a semi-word, then I might do that.
Into an acronym like ASAP.
Yeah,
Okay.
but because
Sorry.
they're just a weird collection of letters that don't really make a word sounding.
Sorry for getting heated earlier, by the way.
No, it's okay. I was kind of
I
the
get
same. And I didn't mean to upset you.
And I apologize if I upset you too.
There was somebody in the Freak Company who was like, when they played Dark Knight, it's like they shield themselves and then purposely stand in AoEs, and it's like so
That's
they
just-
can do the move, and it's like, no, that is not a DPS increase.
That's
You're
a
beating your ass. Stop doing it.
yeah.
That doesn't check out.
To your
I know, he took it so personally.
if I can reassure you, that is that's like the 1% of Dark Knights that have no idea what the fuck they're doing. So, if you see me pop TBN, you will not see me standing in an AoE. I will let that shield go for its full duration. If I mistimed it, I deserve the DPS loss. That's
I'll
the
do it
mindset
if
I-
I'm greeting.
That's the
Greedy
mindset I've
man.
done.
Greedy idiot. Greedy.
Because if I have to run away for one GCD, I'm just gonna pop TBN on myself.
Now, I don't mind if it happens. So, like the last boss of
Animaxis.
yeah, where it's like you have the back and forth waves of hands.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind if we are gonna eat this, so I'm just gonna pop it because I get the mitigation and I still get the BGF. Like that's fine. But when it's like, oh, I'm gonna like step into a second one because the first one didn't pop,
Yeah. Or
I
like,
wanna slap somebody through the internet.
or like when you're in the middle of a big pull and a bunch of mobs just casting AoEs, and they're not autoing you. You're not popping the shield, so you're like, flood of shadow. That's the 1% of Dark Knights that really just oh man. That's the 1% of Dark Knights that picked up Dark Knight because they saw it was a mascot of Shadowbringers.
Or they're like Cecil.
Yeah.
So what's the Dark Knight equivalent of camouflage?
Probably Dark Mind, but not really. Because it's, even with, I guess with camouflage's parry mitigation, it does make it better, but it's only a chance to parry, so...
I was thinking that like Dark Mind like, lined up with Harp because it's a reduces magic damage. It's just the Heart of Light is less, but everybody.
Dark Knight actually has an equivalent missionary.
Do they?
Yeah, it's called Dark Missionary. It's 10% magic damage reduced. So, yeah. You can use that on AoE pulls, I just don't. There's no magic damage autos, at least from what I know. Or they're so rare that it just doesn't really count.
Oh, that's why I didn't see it. Because I'm not high enough.
Yeah, it's
Notice
76. I guess Dark Mind would be the equivalent of camouflage on Gunbreaker, but again, really not, because Dark Mind's just better if you're taking a Magic Buster.
Yeah, but if you're not taking magic, then you don't have
It's
anything.
worse. Yeah.
Which I kind of feel like sums up a lot of the tank differences. Is these are kind of close to being the same, depending on the circumstance. So, like, if you're taking magic damage, the Dark Mind is better. But if you're taking only physical stuff, then camouflage would be better. 'Cause it's...
Yeah, but my main problem with camouflage is the fact that it's only a chance to parry. If it was like a guaranteed parry on your next auto attack, then on like the next bout of physical damage or something.
One thing I'm not clear on: when you parry an attack, is it like blocking where it just reduces the damage it does, or does it actually avoid it?
No, it reduces the damage.
reduction.
It's blocking, but you can't do it with magic damage. So it's a
Okay.
worse block.
Well, still though, it increases it by 50%. That's how much is the actual damage reduction when you do parry?
It's RNG, like 10 to 15, I think.
Okay, that seems like it's sort of
Wait.
close.
I don't think it's
It's-
RNG. I think it's
I-
based on the attack strength of your weapon, and for Paladin, it's the block strength of the shield.
Oh,
So,
that would make more sense.
yeah. And with the level 80 gear, the shields are tuned so that they always block 20% of damage. I don't know. I forgot what the weapons do. I think it's 15.
Oh yeah, it is 15.
So-
That's right.
If you parry and it reduces it by 15,
Oh my
Then-
gosh.
that actually kind of does put them pretty close to each other. I mean, yeah, there's
Yeah,
the
it does.
RNG part of it, but I mean, you theoretically could also block a lot more because you got the base 10%, and then if you're potentially doing another 15 on top of that, you got 25% off the attack. And if it says it increases it by 50%, does it set it at 50%, or does it whatever
is-
your
I think
normal parry rate plus 50?
I think it's your normal parry rate plus 50%.
Anybody actually
it's a
know
1
what the
point-
normal parry rate is?
The internet knows.
I'd imagine it's pretty low, but because you rarely see me parry anything when I don't have camouflage on.
There we go. My Lala looks like me.
There you go. Good job, Lydian.
At least when I had my hair bleached.
You bleached your hair? Wow.
Yeah, I bleached it. I did blue, and then the blue faded quickly and became green, and it was ugly.
So you washed it out?
No, I dyed it again.
What'd you dye at that time?
Blue again. Just a deeper blue.
I've always been tempted to dye my hair like a a dark reddish color. So it wouldn't look that different from my normal brown hair color, but it would be just like a slightly darker and have a reddish hue to it. I don't know. I also thought that would be pretty cool.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll post pictures of my hair.
Oh,
It's-
also, I just thought about this. Sorry, go ahead. Interrupting.
No, I was just gonna make a comment about Eloded's hair. You go ahead.
Well, I was thinking, because you said you were talking about the healing that melee attacks do.
Oh yeah.
I just kind of always assumed that that was a replacement for a paladin's ability to block, because paladins can block and parry. Everybody else can only parry. I always kind of figured some of the healing, like passive healing, like when you're
Yeah, that's for those
melee,
bleach.
is supposed to be like a makeup for the lack of, which is debatable whether it really is or not.
I actually go as far as just to equate it as to a personal regen, because even though it is 3 GCDs, it's a pretty hefty cure potency.
How long is your GCD? Because I mean, what's regen time? I mean, Medica 2 is only like what, 15 or 20
It ticks
seconds?
once every 3 seconds. Same thing with dots.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean,
So
that lasts almost as Medica.
yeah,
Well, your global
My G-
cooldowns kind of change based on how much
Yeah.
skills you get. So it's not going to be the same for everybody.
without food it's 2.39. With food it's 2.38. And it's only on the last hit of my combo do I get HP. So it's
For most people, I think it's going to be somewhere less than 2.5, but or more, somewhere in that range.
it's something like that.
So even if you, I don't know, round to like 2.25,
It's
it's still 6 3/4 seconds. So
Which
that
is
would
double the
be
time.
2 ticks.
which is roughly double the time of regen.
Yeah.
It does have a higher cure potency per tick, but it's again 3 GCDs. And you're not always going to be using your Soul Eater combo. Sometimes you have Delirium, Blood Spiller spam, spend a GCD on a Blood Spiller if you have 50 blood. It's pretty situational. Is that you?
It is.
That's blue.
It's blue.
Post a picture with my hair. Hang on.
Right now it's black and boring and straight.
What I'm hearing is you have a job that requires you to.
Well, actually, my
Although, isn't that hard on your hair? I mean, I have dark brown hair, and I have had phases of my life where I did lots of different colors. Really hard on my hair to be.
oh, no matter what, when you bleach your hair, you're damaging it on purpose. So there's that. But I actually could just dye my hair and my boss would be okay with it. Because I am in... It's a place where I'm working at is very relaxed.
That's me.
I mean, it's. But I mean, you're just like going in and installing whatever your stuff.
Yeah, I'm not
But
like...
it's not like you're interacting with customers.
I am
But
actually...
you're not like.
Oh, are you?
But it's not
If you
the
want to
same
see
as
what
like
I
a
look
desk
like, I'm in the
job.
pictures chat. I've got a dent in my hair from my headphones.
You look nothing like I imagined you. And I don't know what I
Welcome to
imagined.
Welcome to life,
A cat boy.
where I'm a 19-year-old.
Yeah, that's what it's in my head.
Oh, because I'm yeah. No, it's because I have a Japanese name in game, and everyone refers to me as Jin on here, and no one calls me Zach. I'm pretty sure if my name in game was Zach Fair, it'd be very different.
Yeah, then we just think that you were an anime character. Jive.
Yeah. Welcome to life. No one looks like how you expect them to.
One of the reasons why I generally try not to look at pictures of, because it completely ruins my perception of.
That's really fun.
I just
Like I have a mental image of everybody, even if it's only like a weird abstract thought about. And when you start adding actual faces to it, it's weird.
It's hair reveal time.
Kalia.
Oh my god. I'm gonna ban you from your own Discord server.
That's a fucking
You can't ban Raid Monk.
No, I'm gonna ban Lydian from his own Discord server. Oh my god, dude. I need a shave. I need to shave my hair.
If you have a chance, Violet, and you wouldn't mind getting a couple more of those sperm cocoons. Unless you're doing something. In that case, don't worry about it.
I don't know how you imagine me to look, Lydian, but...
I don't know either.
Look, you don't have a face in my mind.
You see a black-haired cat.
You
see a
don't
black-haired
have a
cat
face.
boy.
Yeah.
You see a black-haired cat.
It's in Shroud, right?
You can just teleport to me, I'm there.
I didn't even think about that.
You see a black-haired cat boy in a Dark Knight suit.
Oh yeah. Max gathering attempts and
Actually,
already 3 more. Pick
I really want to
clean.
make a cosplay for the Warrior of Light. And I think I could pull it off. If I got in shape.
Wait, when you say Warrior Light, are you talking about
Derp
I mean,
Panther?
yeah,
the
Derp.
actual,
That's what I mean.
like, one from first?
No, I'm referring to Derplander / Ardbert. I think I could pull it off if I worked out a little, but
Just do it anyway, regardless of your shape.
Yep.
I don't have the money.
Oh yeah. No one
Gotcha.
does right now.
Just make like a cardboard cutout and put it over your body. And just like draw it in.
Hang on.
Just be a box.
I gotta-
man.
Just be a Boxman. I love Boxman. That's my favorite superhero. Hi, who are you?
Is that a frost?
I'm gonna stick
thought
my
you-
cat between my armpits for a few moments.
Alright.
Oh lord.
I think this counts as animal abuse.
Hold on, come here.
Also, this is your.
Where are you going?
Also, Frost, this is the rare moment that you actually get to see my face.
Why are we doing hair reveals? What did I miss in like the
Because
30 minutes?
Lydian was talking about when he bleached his hair, and I'm like, and I was talking about how I want to bleach my hair. Not bleaching.
I
but
miss playing with my
diet.
hair. It was so expensive, but so worth it.
See,
It was not bleach it, but I want to dye it like a slight red, like a slight dark red color.
How do you
see,
do that
I'm
at
not,
home?
I'm not allowed to do that anymore.
I think.
Thank you,
I
Violet.
think I could pull it off.
I could actually,
Okay.
actually, you know, I could lose my job if I,
There you go.
if I dyed my hair. You know, that's actually really tempting.
Oh,
An
God.
excuse
I'm
to
assuming
stop.
you're coming, right?
But then,
I
but if you
gotta
lose your
do
job, you're not gonna make
first
any
thing.
income.
I'm not getting any income working this job.
These blondes
You
are
would-
not the ones I need.
You know what actually, Colleen? I actually have one of my memberships.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then.
I
I'm giving them to
literally
everybody
worked the
coming.
last 3 weeks without a paycheck.
I already put you down as going. I'm assuming you're going.
Also,
No,
I'm wearing a
this-
Coca-Cola t-shirt, and if you saw my desk, you'd understand why.
You know, at least I still
I
have
just
a job, I guess.
reposted it.
I hate everything because I got Amarot for fucking
Oh, Lord.
level 80 dungeons. Ah! Read.
It's okay.
Emerald wouldn't be so bad if it didn't item level sink you so
Yeah! That's exactly why I hate it. Visually, it's beautiful.
I mean, I get why they have the item level sync, but I think it's a little lower than it needs.
Have it be 450.
Ah. Wrong button.
450 would be good, in my opinion.
How about we just make it 500 and call it even?
Make it
Why would
infinite.
you item level sync for 500? Just don't sync at all.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, I don't know, almost have to, otherwise it's super.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Just
Yeah,
one
That is
shot.
perfectly fine.
Just kill everything. Just unsync it even though you can't unsync it.
Give us a duty action. Death.
Oh, hey, that's on Monday.
There's maintenance that's
No,
gonna
it's-
happen.
Wait, the
tonight.
18th?
Oh, I
No, it's not.
And we all are
Really?
so tired you can't sleep.
Lydian, aren't you happy that I
Oh, it
joined
is.
this Discord and I made it all pretty?
I am. Yeah, I would not have organized this the way you did.
Does it work? I'm just curious.
Yeah. This is
I
way
like it.
better.
I chose that because that was a bunch of the people who are students in the FC. That's like when they'll be done with all their finals. So it's
Cute.
kind of like, you know, we're
Aren't you
done.
happy I joined this Discord? You gave me the ability to make it look all pretty.
You know, Jen, Lydia, now I really want to dye my hair and lose my job. After I thought about this, I'm like, wait, is this actually a bad thing? Would this
Give Frost,
actually...
I know it's kind of annoying not getting paid now, but they should pay you after they have the money. They have to
Yeah.
pay you for the work.
But that's the
legally,
problem.
they have to pay you. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah, but that's the problem. How long is this going to be?
How long is this gonna go on?
Because by the
Depends
way,
on the politicians and how well they can manipulate things and change stuff.
Let's just throw money away. Let's go back to caveman days and hunting and fishing.
Join
look,
the
we
Inward
already
Club.
do that,
You know,
Lydia.
people actually never lived in caves.
Yeah, it's a.
Kalia? That's a
What
lie.
about cave
I'm
life?
right here.
Historically speaking, there were no cavemen. They may have sheltered there occasionally, but they didn't make permanent homes there.
What about the Neanderthals?
They didn't permanently live in caves.
Well, I guess it depends on
Area?
There are
That
a
is the
few-
current state of the research. I mean, I can give you some citations.
Well, there are a few Native American tribes that were in the Southwest that built their homes in caves or in the mountains. You know, like
yeah, but they're not
dug
what.
them in.
But
No,
that's
wasn't
not
it
the
what-
same as a caveman, where
Right.
it's just an existing cave. Like they had to make structure.
Boonga, boonga, boonga.
I think that's.
So I
why-
wouldn't consider that a cave.
I would.
Like, because they're building a structure as opposed to only using what's already there and having speech and writing. Actually, did they have writing? Anyone know that?
I don't know if most Native American tribes had a system of writing. Pretty sure some of them did.
Yeah, well,
think
I just
a-
can't.
A lot of them didn't in the same way that you and I would say.
Well, I mean,
They
the
did
Central
have
and-
some things that they did in order to communicate certain ideas.
Central and
Yeah,
Southern
like a
Americans.
formalized
pictographs.
Yeah.
Central and Southern Americans, most of them did. Even the Incans, they had the knot system.
Yeah. And that's the
But-
other problem is like when you talk about like Native American.
I mean, all of.
It's there's lots of things you could technically
Yeah.
fall into that category.
Yeah, I know.
So like Eskimos, for example, are technically
Yeah,
Native
Yeah.
American,
yeah.
depending on how you define everything.
Native
Yeah,
Americans.
I'm a Native
I'm
American,
curious.
guys.
Now I'm curious
European.
which tribes actually had a system of writing, or like by
The Mayans, the Olmecs. The problem too is when people came over here, a lot of them destroyed so much stuff that it's like, you know, like with the Aztecs, the Catholics burned all their books. We only have 2 left. Like 2 left in the entire world.
The Aztecs,
Of the
the Aztecs
codex.
were actually a really advanced culture too.
Yes, they were. It's just
I
that
can fix
smallpox.
And I think Frost would especially enjoy the Aztecs because they were practitioners of human sacrifice.
Oh, sign me up.
They were.
Sign
Sacrifice
me
or
up.
the one sacrificing?
You know, when people portray all Native Americans, these innocent people, like, didn't have, no. Like, the Aztecs were part of, like, a huge empire, and the people they subjugated turned against them. That was part of their problem. Because they were tired of sending their children to sacrifice. Like,
Yeah.
Well, that's their problem.
people.
Why would they not want their kids being sacrificed? God, it's for the greater good.
no, that's like the Incans, right?
All of our problems come from the blood gods not being satisfied.
Blood for
Really,
the
the
blood
biggest
god.
problem is that when the Europeans came over, they're like, "Oh, you guys are all savages.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they
they-
were.
You live differently, and we just assume because it's different that you suck at living." So
It's because.
Well, I mean, if you think about, like,
you're smaller.
Tenochtitlan, like
Well,
the
I
city
mean-
on the lake, I mean, that was incredibly far advanced. It was bigger than any of the cities in Europe, really, at the
a
time.
lot of those Incan and Mayans, like those Central South
Aztec.
American cities, were I would take them over like some of the European cities of the same time.
Yo,
yeah.
that would've been-
I would
They
take
were like
Tenochtitlan
gorgeous
over.
structures, like all built in stone. When you had people in Europe living in like sticks thrown together to form a house.
Yo,
Yeah.
yo, imagine living living in a city on a goddamn lake. That'd be amazing.
I know, and they had really advanced, like hydroponics and, like, growing systems in the mountains. And, like, they had, I mean, just phenomenal, like,
Phenomenal
Everything.
living conditions.
yeah. And then you've got, like, Europe where it's like, well, I'm gonna die of smallpox and we don't bathe. Like, because bathing is simple. Because
Fun
you might
fact.
see yourself
Well, I
naked.
mean, clearly, as much as we say all of this, clearly, old Europe did something well considering they won every fight that they were in.
Because
Well,
of sickness.
sickness, yeah. 90% of the
Yeah, that was a
population would be
really
American.
big. That was a really big tool in their arsenal. And part of it too was
Smallpox.
that, yeah, like basically disease warfare.
Viral
90%
warfare
of
before
the
viruses,
population
before the
died of
viruses
smallpox.
even existed.
But part of it too is that, I mean, they were just very different cultures, and so they developed their technologies in very different ways because of those very different.
Europe
I would
had
argue
guns.
though that if they had not contracted smallpox, like there's a really good book on this actually if you ever want to read it, about
Books are a
Cortez.
false source of information. It's not Fox News.
Fox News gave them smallpox. I don't want to hear it.
I mean, honestly, like if you look at some of the North American tribes and their fights with the U.S. military, oftentimes the only reason they would lose fights was they were met with an equal force, and the U.S. military had rifles that had, more advanced weapons, but they were only winning because they also had an equal number. So,
Well, I mean, it's,
any of the
it's so
fights-
hard to compare because at that point, so much of their population had been decimated and had nothing. That it's like,
yeah.
When you look at, like, I mean, think about, like, the back and a third of the population being wiped out. It took hundreds of years for them to recover, and with all of the Europeans coming over, the native populations did not have the time they would have needed to recover from losing that much.
Like even when you get to the rifles during like after the Civil War, when they started to actually have magazines capability, and they weren't much. Even those initial ones, like you'd say to yourself, like, man, that's going to be a huge benefit in a fight. And sure, in like a 1-versus-1 fight, yeah, that's a big thing. But when you have like 2 armies or army-sized things fighting, the difference between a bow and an arrow and a gun is not that huge, because each one is the only difference is the biggest difference, I should say, is that the gun takes less proficiency to wield than the bow and the arrow. So if you have somebody
which is one of the big things about the gun, though.
Yeah, and that's really the biggest thing about firearms is that you actually don't need that much proficiency with the thing to be okay. Everything else, like, you know, swords and bows and arrows, etc., you still needed to have a certain level of proficiency in order to even just, yeah. And honestly, there's a big argument that the invention of firearms is a really horrible thing culturally for us, because up until that point, people tempered some of their reactions to stuff because you had to actually put the time in to learn how to fight well. So you didn't just go around picking fights with everybody, because each one of these fights is a potential opportunity for you to die. And so if you didn't put in the work needed to be really good at it, you didn't live very long if you were going around picking fights with everybody. But the invention of the firearm, any idiot can pick one up and start threatening people and, you know, doing stuff, because you don't have to put in the time to learn how to use it. It's actually one of the reasons why weapons have gone like out of style as part of men's fashion. That's the way to put it. Pre-firearms,
It's certainly a way to say
Guns
it.
cause violence, not video games.
well, pre-firearms, or at least like modern firearms, part of your ensemble as a guy was to wear a weapon of some kind because you need to protect yourself. And like that's like walking canes, for example. That was the original, like, them coming into style was it was a substitution for having a sword. So you could still use it to defend yourself, you know, beat somebody up.
You still beat the crap out of somebody with it,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, you can.
I mean that mean yes, it also does like help your posture if you actually use it properly. Part of it is that it was a substitution for a sword. It was easier to carry, because the sword you have to, you know, buckle on your waist, and it's weighed a lot more. And swords are not light. I know in movies they make it seem like swords are super light. And they're not.
They're
at all.
heavy.
No, they're heavy.
Like,
I mean, you're
you see
carrying
like all
around
these movies
a
where
stick
people
of
have like
metal.
these long drawn out fights with each other, and it's like, no, like if you're really sword fighting somebody, it's like 2 minutes tops, and if the fight goes on longer than 2 minutes, you are exhausted.
Plus,
Maybe a little longer than 2 minutes, but
That-
not very much longer.
that and like full plate mail.
You rarely wore
Oh,
full
yeah, oh my
plate mail.
gosh.
And
You rarely
plate
wore
mail
full plate
is
mail.
super hot too. Like,
Yeah, you would be sweating
so
up a
easy.
And
Yeah.
you'd be both sweating up a storm and completely out of breath. Like, there is no way that would happen.
There's a reason why most of the knights who wore full armor rode on horses. I mean, it wasn't just because horseback gave you an edge. It's because that way you didn't have to carry your own heavy ass.
Yeah.
The horse do it.
Hi.
But no, you, like, in battle, you didn't, like, even in medieval times, you did not wear full plate mail into battle, for the most part.
Would that be,
like-
and then what would that be used for? For, like, duels or something?
Mostly ceremonial. I mean, most people wear, like, hard leather.
For
Because
Well,
it's
yeah,
a
it
lot
also depends on like, you have to
Position.
add some qualifications to that. So
Yeah.
in medieval times, if you had 2 armies, very few people would be wearing plate mail in those armies, because it had to be custom made to the person, and it was super expensive. So the knight who's the lord of the area would probably be wearing it. The king would be wearing it if he went into combat. Like those kinds of people would probably be wearing it, like the really upper people who can afford it. But
So
everybody
the
else
serfs
would
be
probably be
wearing
wearing some kind of hard leather armor or a gambeson.
Or
which is
even
basically
cloth.
just padded cloth.
Yeah.
And
Like,
I know
or naked.
it sounds really like, not great to be like, oh, it's padded cloth. But those
No, it's
gambesons
a
are
lot. It is
actually
a lot
really
stronger
effective.
than.
They are effective.
Yeah.
There are many cases where they're better to have than plate mail because they will absorb the impacts. Like they'll spread out the kinetic energy of it because they're absorbing the hit. Where plate mail is not always doing that because it's trying to hold its shape against, so it's two things that don't want to move slamming into each other, and it transfers a lot of it into you.
It's Newton's third law of physics. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction, or like.
And people who wore plate mail, you actually didn't use swords when you fought in plate mail.
Most
like a
bludgeoning
use a
weapons are like a
spear.
or a halberd.
Because if you
Yeah.
think about, like, if you're up on a pretty, like, you're not going to use it until, like, they had light cavalry and they had sabers, swords, because, I mean, you need a spear or something, like,
Yeah.
to reach.
And honestly, pole arms were like the firearms before there were firearms because they didn't take much training to use, at least okay-ishly, and they were very effective. The only downside to it wasn't convenient to carry them around, so you didn't like carry it around for personal protection. It was very much a tool for war, as of where you were like, I'm going into this knowing I'm going to fight.
It would be like an army weapon as opposed to
Yeah, and that was the great thing about them is
personal weapon.
you could be effective with very little training. It was a super effective weapon, and they were relatively cheap to make compared to any other weapon because the amount of actual metal in it was only at the point at the end of it, and the rest was just a long stick basically.
Spread out. Well, wasn't there some metal to reinforce the shaft at some point?
I think there were a couple places, and it depended on like the time period and
Yeah.
style.
The place.
And,
I
like
know.
what kind of pole arm you're actually talking about because
and region of world too.
Yeah.
there was a
Like, that varied a whole lot.
halberd or
Yeah, is it?
Or a
Because
javelin.
a lot of it came down to what resources you actively had.
Yeah.
Because most kingdoms back then weren't wealthy.
Except for Spain after they found gold. And then they squandered
about-
it all.
What about
Yeah,
Camelot?
let's not talk about Spain as wealthy, please.
What about
They
Camelot?
squandered it. What about what?
What about Camelot? Where knights of the
Oh,
round
it's a silly
table, we
place.
sing
It's a
if we're
silly
able.
place.
On second
Let's not
thought,
go
let's
there.
not go to Camelot. It's a silly place.
Oh, Ross, you're talking about like not talking about Spain is I think the whole thing with the European Union where like governments were not doing well monetarily was the stupidest thing in the world because they weren't doing well because they owed people money. And if you look at the people who they owed money to, it was the other European Union states. So it's like
They owe money to
Greece.
themselves.
Greece owes money to Germany and France, etc., like these other countries in Europe. So they need a bailout from these other countries in Europe. So they're borrowing money from the people they already borrowed money from in order to pay back the money that they borrowed with the borrowed. Like they could have fixed it by just saying,
It's
you know
like the
what?
colonial states where they, like when we in the 70s forced them to borrow from us and then like had absurd interest rates, but then like dictators were borrowing it and so they never actually used it for their country. And then we're still collecting. We've collected more in interest like the banks have on our country than the principal of the loan. And we're
Well,
still
that happens with
extorting
any-
it.
Like the general rule of thumb is that usually a loan, like an actual loan, is set up in such a way that in the time frame that you have to pay it back, you will pay as much in interest as you originally borrowed. So you basically pay back twice. You do the math and amortize it out, and the interest happens a whole long way.
That's so gross.
Yeah, it is kind of gross.
Capitalism.
Yeah, which is just basically another form of slavery. Just we use pieces of paper to help keep it in check instead of chains.
Yep. Oh my god.
This conversation got
But-
dark real fast.
But it's even worse when you think about like how banks actually function, because
Yeah.
if you go to your bank and you put $100 in, they'll set aside a certain amount of it as a reserve, which I think is like 10 or 50%, and the rest of it they can lend out. But when they lend it out to somebody, they don't just here's a pile of money. So like if you go to a bank and you're like, hey, I want to borrow money, buy a car, they don't hand you a briefcase with however much money you need for this car. They give it to the dealership, which goes into their bank account, which counts as another deposit. So they can set aside the reserve on that and then lend it out again. So they basically lend, like if every dollar you put in, they basically lend it out 8 times. So they in effect print money because of it. Because they're just writing down. No, it's not inflation. It's like they are literally printing money because they just write it down on the ledger. Like, okay, I'm going to write. You owe me
Put
money.
in
This money.
$1,000, and then 2 weeks later, there's $100 more. and
Just looks
it's
exactly how I pictured him.
So
What, like an
if you
asshole?
were to take all the money in the world and gather it up, and then use it to pay off all the debts there are in the world, you would run out of money before you finish paying off
Yep.
because of the way the system.
It's a perfectly functioning system. There's never been a problem with it.
America's gonna collapse.
Oh,
The
at some
thing
point.
with it is that it functions a little bit like insurance. So, like, take life insurance for example. You will never pay to the insurance company as much money as you will get as the death benefit. It's not structured that way. And the reason is because they're hoping that, you live longer, you live long, and they take that money and they invest it. But also, when they do have to pay your death benefit, they're using the money for the people who are young who are paying the premiums to do it. And so it's like, okay, an old person dies, so the young person's premiums pay for the old person. And when the young person gets old, and then they die, and the new young person who's just come in, their premiums are going to pay. So it's a little bit of a kick the can. It's a combination of kicking the can down the road kind of a thing, and they're actually doing something with that money that we give them. They're investing it.
Kind of want to buy the shivery beam out.
See, but that only works if people have life insurance.
Well, yes. It also only works if new people are constantly signing up. So if, like, tomorrow nobody bought life insurance ever again, just the people who were paying on it paid on it, then the premiums would skyrocket because you would have the younger people who aren't using it until later coming in and, keeping them afloat, so to speak.
Maine is very, very notorious for not having people buy health insurance. Maine is very, very notorious for that.
Old?
So, I will agree with what many people say, in that there are several forms of insurance that are pretty much. However, life insurance is not one of them because you are going to die. So you will use it.
No matter how much you don't want to, you're gonna die. You're gonna die.
Look, sometimes people like me come around and almost do that a little too early.
Yeah. So, and actually, honestly, for us, I don't know if you could even get life insurance.
I can't.
Because,
I actually can't.
Okay, I take that back. You can get it. I just don't know if it would be worthwhile to get, because there does exist life insurance that you don't have to have. Like the underwriting for it is really light or non-existent. Colonial Penn is one of those where like there is no underwriting at all for it. The downside with Colonial Penn is it's super expensive and it has a graded benefit. So if you die within like the first 3 years or so, I think it is, you don't get the full value back. You get only a portion of the value.
Yeah, no, it's like the last time I tried to get health insurance, it's really expensive. I don't qualify for a lot of them.
Wait, health or life? Health is an entire other thing.
Life, not health.
This
I mixed up too.
this FC name gives me tears. You wanna know why? 'Cause
As
it's
for
from
health
Peter Tears.
insurance, another thing I am legally obligated to get, but don't get.
I personally feel though that health insurance is one of those insurances that's kind of because the reason you need health insurance is because it's super expensive when you go to the doctor. Well, it's super expensive to go to the doctor because they know you're going to have life insurance, and they're going to bill as much as possible so that they can get as much money as they can from the insurance company. So it's one of those things where, like, if there was no health insurance, there's a lot of stuff that the price would come down on because nobody would be able to afford it, and the market would correct itself.
See, I just pride myself with trying not to go to the doctor.
I think it's more of a refusal to go to the doctor than trying not to at this point.
Also, for us, you're the reason why insurance costs more for men than
Why?
Yeah, no,
I'm not actually joking at all. It literally, there's only one type of insurance that's cheaper, and that is like extended care insurance. That's the insurance that helps pay for a nursing home. And the reason it's cheaper for guys is because on average, a guy's stay in the nursing home is less because they die faster. Because they don't take good care of themselves. Because they don't have to stay there as long because they die faster, then the insurance company doesn't have to pay out as much, so they don't have to charge as much for rate.
I mean, you're right. I mean,
Guys are pretty stupid, so.
We are.
look, you know,
It took me so long to admit that I have depression, so yeah.
Well, I can kind of understand the depression thing, because it's one of those things where, like, you don't like nobody, like, is excited that they think they have depression. I mean, nobody's like,
guys, guess what? I have depression! Yes!
Good
Yeah,
fatty
it's not just
and
that,
horns.
it's the stigma behind mental health and mental illness in this country.
yeah.
America
Mm.
and there's that's a big part of it, and part of it too is that it's a little bit more nebulous than other things. So, like, you break a bone, it's very obvious that the bone's broken. So even you, Frost, who knew you needed to go to the doctor because you broke your finger.
My leg. My leg.
Or, yeah, you broke something.
I broke
It was very obvious that you should have gone to the doctor. You just didn't because you're an idiot. But
it could have healed on its own. It's fine.
I'm gonna ban you from this.
yeah, so when I go out the door tomorrow, it could, like, money could fall out of the sky and land in my front yard. But I'm not gonna hold my breath.
I'm gonna use that. That's awesome.
Once again, fair point. Fair point.
But it's a very obvious injury, and a lot of the mental health things, like depression, are not as obvious because there's a certain amount of, like, you're gonna feel bad and feel good that's just natural feeling good and feeling bad. But
it's the excess of bad that's
there's not a
A
clear
lot of times
line.
people
when it
don't know how
crosses
to.
over.
Yeah, people don't know how to always differentiate, like, when is that actually, like, is this a real, like, am I different? That's like, okay, so I have ADHD, but, like, I didn't know what other people lived like, you know, until I had my medication. And I was like, oh, is this what it's like for
the
other
same
people?
thing with me, and,
Like,
It's a little bit like colors.
yeah.
I always, this is always the thing that kind of played with my brain here. When I see something that's red, do I actually see the same thing that you see when you look at something?
We're kind of just taught that something is red.
Now, theoretically, when I saw something that's red, it was red, and when you saw it, it looked blue. But you're gonna call it red because when you were a kid growing up, everybody's like, this is red. And even though you are actually seeing something different than me, you would still call it the same thing.
Although I can confirm that we all are seeing the same thing. because of how color actually works, but
I know, but it's
we'll,
just the
we'll leave that aside for now.
exercise
We'll leave that aside for now.
I think something a bit more like.
But that's kind of the
I mean,
concept of like what Kali was saying is like, I feel bad, but do I really? I don't have a concept of that I am feeling way worse than a normal person would feel because
Yeah.
I wasn't like that. So
It's something that a lot of new moms experience too, and new dads as well, like with postpartum depression. I mean, I've had depression most of my adult and teenage life anyway, so I knew what to look for. But I have a lot of friends who, when they were first parents, like they don't understand that like what they're experiencing is beyond the norm, and they actually need help. Like it's just not a concept.
Not just a down period. It's
they need real help, and then they feel ashamed, like, oh, I should be able to do my own.
Yeah.
Like I'm a new parent.
That was
it's
the
like,
big,
no, man.
Look,
that was the big thing. I don't want to blame it entirely on my religion, but a lot of it was that because we're constantly given this talk that we're perfect people and we need to be perfect people in order to.
That makes me so sad.
Yeah,
that's the narrative.
Yeah,
that's primarily why.
What religion do you belong to?
I used to belong to the Mormon Church. I constantly receive this message that you are worth less of a person if you are not a perfect person.
That hurts.
So that
like,
is
I just don't understand that.
Yeah.
Like I wish you'd grown up like where I am, because that's definitely not the narrative we were.
That is like everything that I've heard.
One of the reasons I'm not very pro-organized religion. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like if you're into that kind of thing that you're wrong. I'm not saying.
Good, because I'm not. No. Didn't we already go over the South Park thing?
Oh, look, now you are. Because I said.
I'm just.
And I'm not saying that like I don't have faith in things. Like I'm an atheist or something. But I feel like so very few things have, like, so very few good things have happened from organized religion when you compare it to all the really bad things that have happened.
It's
you mean
as a society, it's a net loss.
A lot of it comes from Christianity and like Western religion.
It is, but there's people like that in every religion, though.
Yeah, I blame Western.
Just twisting things.
People are people.
To suit their own needs.
I mean, that's the problem.
But look, it's also really easy to blame America because America does a lot of things that are stupid.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna get on that bandwagon.
I love
this. People are people.
Kalia, this is the bandwagon I live on.
It's not just American-based religions either. I grew up in the Greek Orthodox Church. It's just as bad.
Oh no, I know, but
yeah,
I work for the government. I like blaming all of my problems on the United States.
Of course.
Well, to be fair, we've caused a lot of problems.
I mean, any large nation is going to cause.
Like stimulus checks, they're a fucking problem.
More than our fair share. Like,
that's because our technology exponentially do those problems. I mean, think about like some of the other big Rome.
I mean,
hello.
It's not even so much like
genocide,
like the technology thing, but like a perfect example that I like to use is during World War II. Because when you go to school, you're taught that we won World War II because we dropped atomic bombs in Japan, which made them surrender, which then let us focus on Europe, and then went from there. The fact of the matter is, like, they don't talk much about like the role Russia played, because Russia was part of the Allied. And the fact of the matter is that in reality, Japan would have surrendered, but they didn't, because the only thing that they wanted. Well, no, it's like they were willing to surrender from everything that was happening. It's just they wanted a guarantee that we weren't going to like take the emperor and arrest him and potentially execute him. Whatever. They wanted him to to be safe, and we wouldn't say yes to that. But ultimately, when we got him to surrender, we didn't do anything with him anyways. So it would have not cost us anything to accept their surrender and say, yes, don't worry, we're not going to do anything horrible to your empire.
Well,
And
but they didn't.
even
They didn't
without
want him
that-
to lose power, whereas we basically stripped him of any vestigial power. He's
But
a
part of it-
figurehead only.
But part of it too, though, is that had we not dropped the atomic bombs, they would have surrendered anyways because of Russia. And Russia really did a lot of heavy lifting during the war. Like, as much
We even
as
during the back end.
Europe was, yeah. Like, we popped into the last minute and, like, mopped
Took
up a
the
few
credit.
things, and we're like, hey, we won the war for you! And it's
Look,
like,
we
oh,
did it.
yeah. But as much as, like, things were, like, destroyed and torn up in Europe, Russia was way worse. And
It had like
during the war, we told Russia, like, we basically told Russia, hey, we know you're doing a lot of heavy lifting here. We're going to help you rebuild after the war. Just keep going. And then once the war ended, we're like, so, instead of helping you out, Russia, go screw yourselves. We're going to rebuild Germany.
like
Well, I mean, it was a little more complicated than that, but yeah.
it's,
I mean, that's what it. I mean, that's like
we've been
if
a
you talk
nation-
to most people, that's what it usually boils down to.
we have been a nation for a little over 200 years, and in that 200-year history, we've caused, I think, a lot of conflict.
Well, part of it, too, is there's so many countries that we've kind of
Stole from?
sometimes secretly and sometimes not so secretly manipulated and like helped people get power that we felt were going to be beneficial for us to have as
Yes.
power.
What is
What's up?
Central and South America?
Can we,
Yeah.
can we just start with the fact that we literally just like half of our
a word.
half of
Yeah,
our
Vietnam
country is
would like
stolen land.
a refund.
Like, can we talk about that real quick? Like,
I think over half of our country is stolen land.
All of it, I think.
Land that was wrong.
What
I mean,
about
well,
all of our territories that
technically
don't
all
get
of
to vote
it.
or anything?
But I mean, like,
Like-
we stole land from Mexico. We stole land that once belonged to Spain. And
Well,
We
actually,
purchased the stuff from France.
France too.
Yeah. Yeah, but they paid so little money for the Louisiana Purchase, they basically stole it. Like,
But I'm just
honestly,
saying
I
it
forget who the president was at the time. But there were
Jefferson.
two.
It was Jefferson.
But at the time,
In case you're
there were
wondering.
two camps of thought, which was if the Constitution doesn't say anything about a topic, there were one group of people that said then the power belongs to that they can't do it, and there were other people that says, well, if this doesn't say that they can't do it, then we can. And Jefferson belonged to the camp of if it doesn't say it, we can't do it. And then this Louisiana Purchase thing came up, and he's like, screw it, it's too good of a deal, let's just buy it. Even though it doesn't say we can, who cares? It's
Hey,
like
Alaska-
$20 for half the you know.
I got a video for you guys.
Alaska was one of the biggest like steals too, though.
Oh my gosh, it's such a
Hawaii.
huge land.
Hawaii,
Well,
Hawaii, we
honestly-
just straight up stole.
We invaded
Yeah.
Hawaii. I mean, that's not
There was
even...
no purchase.
Yeah,
there was no purchase for Hawaii. We just straight up stole that.
I mean, can we also talk about
Basically-
Texas real quick? Can we talk about Texas real quick?
But if you go back even farther, Europeans just popped over and said, hey, this is ours now, we don't care who else.
Hi,
So-
natives.
Yeah, so like, when
Well,
a lot
actually,
of people
every
are like
country.
giving immigrants a hard time, it's like, buddy, you're not from here either.
Yeah.
Like,
I still don't get
it's
why
because you're
people
a white
don't-
person, you're actually from Europe. You don't
Well-
belong here.
I don't understand why people hate immigrants. It's jobs
They're-
being a
they're
fucking steal.
threatened.
The ones you
They
don't
feel
wanna do
threatened
it.
by their unknown.
I can give you a
Well,
list.
here's
I was
the-
gonna say,
here's like
yeah,
the
I
easy
could.
solution.
Honey, I'm born and
So-
raised in the South, and I'm an immigrant family myself. I can give you a list.
I could.
But like one of the easiest reasons why is because it's just easy to blame somebody else for.
Well,
Yeah.
think
That's how
about,
the whole Jewish thing during World War II happened in Germany.
or Catholics.
Is
Americans have
because-
hated Catholics traditionally.
and it's just somebody to say, hey, it's their fault. We can unite together against them because they're the ones who are screwing us over, and they're the bad guys, and we can, you know.
Is it
they
racist
use
if I
that as
hate
a means-
everyone equally,
think
including
so.
my own culture?
I don't think so.
No.
At that point,
I'm not racist because I hate everyone.
I hate all. I'm
It's not because of your
speciest.
race, it's because you're human. It's like,
I'm speciest.
great.
I'm speciest, guys. Sorry, I hate you all. You're all human. Except for Lydian, he's a
I think you're
potato.
all great.
Yay!
Lydian's a
people-
potato, he doesn't count.
I'm
For
a
all the
foot.
bad things people
honestly.
do, we have a lot of potential for good. And I think there are a lot of good people.
I don't.
It's just those bad ones.
I honestly wish I grew up in your ward, Kalia, because it sounds a hell of a lot better than what I got.
People did not take nonsense where I came from.
Look,
Where I'm from.
I'm the type of person who, like, totally, like, ruined somebody's day yesterday by calling them a Karen. So, you know?
That's so mean.
I can't believe you called someone a Karen to their face. Holy
I
hell.
literally, right to their face, like, I looked them dead in the eyes.
You should
I
apologize.
just feel sad for my aunt.
No.
I just feel sad for my aunt Karen.
I know who they are!
I
Because
just
I
feel
know
sad
it,
for
I
my
pretty
aunt
much
Karen.
know everyone.
Oh, your poor aunt.
No, isn't that what
My dad has a sister named Karen, so
look.
and she's not a Karen, surprisingly.
She was in a grocery store line complaining about like 20 cents that didn't come off of like her grapes or whatever, and she just started screaming, and I'm like, will you stop being a Karen and get out of the line, please? And she
Yeah,
just
that's
like
what it is, isn't it?
she just like looked at me like, who do you think you are?
Running around the evenings.
I was so done with people's shit. People are so petty, Kalia. I don't know what world you live in.
I live in the world where it's like camping. You should leave people better than you found them. Just like when you go camping.
You live in such a different world.
Yeah.
The world that I live in is destruction, mass destruction.
So while I generally subscribe to the same camp as Kalia of being nice to people, I have to admit that as much as there are intelligent, nice people in this world, the dumb, stupid people who are jerks just seem to outnumber.
It's because we remember things. There's been psychological studies that, are, even if we have, it's like, I think 1 to 6 ratio. For every 6 positive interactions, like you need 6 positive interactions to cancel out 1 negative interaction.
Well, yes, but
So it's like with the TBN, like you said, Violet. It's a feel-good thing. Only it's the opposite. Like it helps you remember all. It's like why people are more likely to leave negative reviews than positive reviews. Like they remember the one bad thing and overlook all of the good things.
But see, here's
Unless
the thing,
it's
though.
Hitler, because he did a lot of bad things.
There's not enough good things in the world to outdo what he did.
although while I don't condone it, though, Hitler actually did do a good job of what he was trying to do. Like as a politician, he was
dangerously charismatic.
Yeah,
He cemented his position in power
Yeah.
for years to come.
Yeah, and he was great at manipulating the crowds, and
He would have been
Honestly,
a great leader if it wasn't for the Holocaust.
I
mean,
well, there
yeah.
were some other
I mean,
things.
the
But-
fact that he made that happen probably indicated that he was a good leader, just doing it
now
for
if
bad
you
reasons.
if we're
Depends on what you define as a good leader.
if you're removing the moral standpoint out of it, like you just pretending like morals don't exist. He was actually a really,
Oh my
really good
God.
leader because he
It's the
was
same-
able to bring people together to.
I would argue that to be a good leader, you need
But-
to be moral.
Well, yeah. Well,
I would agree too, but like the actual the speech making he did, it's a lot like Trump actually. It's really scary how similar
Oh,
Hitler and Trump.
It's actually
don't
Most of the time when
say
Donald
that.
Trump opens his mouth, it's garbage coming out. But
Oh
he
my
does
gosh.
it in such a way that people love listening to him and buy it hook, line, and sinker. And so,
It's the
as
same
much
It's
as
weird
he
because
is
it's like
a
you don't make
flaming pile
sense.
of trash, he is good at manipulating crowds and getting people to jump on the bandwagon with him.
it's the same philosophy presented by Niccolo Machiavelli.
Yeah.
You
yeah, Machiavelli was also trash. I'm sorry. People who are like, oh, no, he was an idiot.
But here's the thing:
I
a
really gotta
charismatic
go to
idiot
bed.
can sometimes get stuff done better than an
See ya, Lydian.
intelligent.
See
Hey,
ya.
Lydia.
Before I go, I just want to say I like how our conversation started with talking about hair, leading all the way to where we're at right now.
You're
We
welcome.
get sidetracked really easy.
Yeah.
You can still see my leg hair sometime if you want to.
I'll pass. Thanks.
And Frost, I still demand to see your pits as well.
Okay.
What
Yeah,
he means is he wants to see the kitty.
I want to.
I'll grab the cat.
I want-
I'll grab the
is-
cat and.
Yeah, long
put
drive
it in my
tomorrow.
outfit.
See ya.
I hope that's very literal and that's not a euphemism for something.
Oh, what would it be a euphemism for?
I don't know.